J Boogie, we facing a lot of doubters.
So Ebony, First Lady of KOT, what you saying?
It's us against the world.
New York City, where you at?
We outside.
My Knicks fans, where you at?
Big town.
I'm looking down cause we on top. They looking up, see, we on top.
No video.
On game nights, all I see is Nick traffic.
See the traffic.
For the playoffs, I'm wearing a June jacket.
That's it.
The best fans anywhere, we stay rocking.
Yeah.
This my 4-point play, my Larry Johnson.
Count that.
The true definition of getting snubbed is when the 2 seed ain't getting no love.
What?
We know what cats from college known as teammates. Now the lead podcast and we some roommates.
Yeah.
It's for the league, whoever wanna collide.
Yeah.
That new commercial that told you I'm the vibe.
Feel that.
Shout out to Mr. Rose, the plan working from the ESPN with these bars. I'm Kendrick Perkins. Every game, the squad, we just go hard. Coach Tibb, Challenger, New Dodge. 5 boroughs of breath, the Nick plan. From the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten, and Brooklyn. New York City, where you at?
We outside.
My Knicks fans, where you at?
Big town.
I'm looking down cause we on top. They looking up, see, we on top.
No diddy.
Yo, E, you crazy for that.
Oh, hey, my fault. I didn't know y'all were here rocking with me. My bad. My bad. Let me drop that real quick. My fault. I was just here chilling. You know what I mean? Getting my day started, listening to some J Boogie with Ebony. Then rocking out with a little Know the Ledge. You know what I mean? Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy to wake up another day and enjoy life. Wishing you and your families the best. Let's see where we're at with the weather. All right. Okay. It is currently 55 degrees in East Coast area, specifically New York. Oh, we got a high of 61 today, folks. It is currently nice, beautiful, and sunny, but apparently sometime around 5 or 6 p.m. it's going to start raining, and it's going to rain throughout the whole night and into the morning. Yay! It is what it is, guys. April showers bring May flowers. We here. We got to deal with it. But, you know what I mean? The good thing is that it looks like the cold front stuff is kind of, I think we done with that. I think we're going to stay around this area in the 60s, you know, and higher, but it's going to live in the 60s, I think, from now on. We'll see. But it's a high of 61 today. Tomorrow, 71. Monday 83. So if you got any plans to do something, you're like, I need to take a day off, maybe Monday's that day. So Monday 83 and sunny, then 74, 71, 69, 70, 74. Yeah, I'm telling you, we here, baby. We here. So yeah, man, it's time to start planning and enjoying your time outside and do something. Even just getting out and trying to walk around a little bit, get some fresh air, go get your coffee outside, walk around while you drink it, or sit down on a bench in the park or something, anything, to just start enjoying a little bit of life these days with the weather is a good look. So let me shout out the chat. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in as always. Shout out to those tuning in on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to those tuning in on Facebook. And shout out to my peoples on YouTube. First off, shout out to my guy Walter Blackman. He said, "Good morning, Ron and the panel." Good morning to you, my brother. Appreciate you. My guy Double A's in the building. What's good, my brother? He said, "Every day is a good day when my guy Ron the Don is in the house." Salute, chat. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here and rocking as always. We got Line of Judah in the building. He says, "Grand rising, my brothers Ron and John, and blessings to all in the chat. Good morning and / midday." Same to you, my brother. Appreciate you. It was really nice to hear from you vocally, or you in a way you want to say in person on the phone. Last time we did a show on Monday, that was really dope. So appreciate you, my brother. Hey, my guy Andios NYK in the building. What's good, my brother? Hope you're doing well. He says, "Salute, salute. Good morning to us all. Hope we all have a great day. Let's go Knicks." Yeah. Agreed. Shout out to David Smith in the building. What's good, David? He says, "Salute to Ron in the chat. Bittersweet. Knicks up 2-1, but it feels like Philly has momentum now. And can Tibbs make the necessary adjustments to stop the dynamic duo of Embiid and Maxey?" That's a true statement. True statement, David. True statement. I think the Knicks will be fine, but they got to go out there and execute. They got to do it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jay from PR. Appreciate you, my brother. He says, "Salute." Let me see. We got Eddie Ray in the building. What's good, Eddie? He said, "What's good, Ron? Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well." My guy Louisiana Knicks in the building. Salute. He says, "Salute." I say salute back. What's going on, my brother? Tarnell Nettingham is in the building. What's good, Tarnell? He said, "Ron, morning. What's good, brother?" Wonder Woman is in the building. What's good? Oh man, I wish we had your lasso of truth, man. Throw that around them Philadelphia players and the coaching staff. See what they're really thinking. What's really going on? Throw that around Embiid one time. See what's really happening. Shout out to Will Salkin in the building. Oh, and by the way, she says, "Salute Ron and chat. Hope everyone is having a great day." Same to you. Will Salkin is in the building. What up, Will? He says, "Salute Ron. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday." Same to you, my brother. Hey, you're the new Knicks City and Squad is in the building. That's right. If y'all haven't checked out Organic Fanatics podcast, what are you doing? As my guy Hector would say from Morning Brew. Please show them some love, show them some support, check them out. You know what I mean? As every day passes by, as every show passes by, the conversation continues to grow and grow. And these guys get better and better at bringing it to you. So please go show them some love and support them. He said, "You're salute Ron, still Knicks fans, NBK fam. Always, brother. Appreciate you, bro." Dwayne Dennis is in the building. Salute. What's good, Dwayne? Good morning to all SKF, Ron and John, panel and chat. Happy Saturday to all Knicks fans. Facts. Shout out to my guy King Ribby in the building. What's good, King Ribby? Appreciate you. He says, "That's good, brother." David Smith says, "Now that we have a series, can Tibbs make the necessary?" Oh, wait, did I already read this? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hold on. He's doubling down. "Now that we have a series, can Tibbs make the necessary adjustments to stop Embiid and Maxey, or will Tibbs flop again in the playoffs as in the past, and for which he has been fired twice for?" Oh, yeesh. Some tough stuff there, David. Some tough stuff. We'll talk about it. King Ribby says, "Like and subscribe and share." Appreciate you, my brother. Yes, please do that, everybody, if you can. Tarnell says, "I am so heated. I'm ready to put my jersey on and bum rush the court." Yeah, I know. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. We'll talk about that too. David Smith said, "Embiid punked the Knicks. What will Tibbs' response be? A weak one? Hope not. We'll see." Jay from PR, we going to spank Philly on Sunday. I believe so, and I hope so. I believe so, though. David Smith says, is Tibbs smart enough to outcoach Nick Nurse the rest of the series? This is going to be interesting. This is going to be key. Tibbs now has to come up with some careful and calculated defensive adjustments to kind of stop Philly's potent two-man offense that they got going on over there. Yep. New Nick says, smack that like button for our Knicks fan. Facts. David Smith says, if the Knicks get eliminated in round 1 of the playoffs this year, then a conversation needs to be had of firing Tibbs. I don't know, David. I wouldn't say that. I won't say that. I don't know. Because remember, keep in mind, this team doesn't have Julius Randle. I'm seeing. I'll save it. Let me get through this, and I'm gonna come back to it. I'll save it because I've had nothing. I haven't had a lot of time, but what the time I've been kind of floating around Twitter and Instagram and just looking at what people have been talking about. I'm like, what is going on? I'll get back to it, David, but don't worry. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough right now, man. You know what I mean? Because Embiid is one of the best players in the NBA. You know what I mean? Who's going to stop Embiid, right? So your only chance is that Hartenstein helps slow him down, and that Mitch could do an even better job on defense against him. And that's what was happening when Mitch was out there healthy. Now that Mitch is not healthy, is that Tibbs' fault? You know what I mean? I don't know. We have to just be real when it comes to this stuff because there's a lot going on, and each part of it has some other caveat, right? The Knicks have played Philadelphia 4 times in the regular season. They took the series 3-1, right? But we know Embiid didn't play a lot of those games, and when Embiid did play, we had a good amount of our players. I don't think the only person I think wasn't there was Mitch, right? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. And then when Embiid wasn't there, it doesn't really matter because Embiid wasn't there, so you can't really talk about the matchups you had for him. But the point is, we only got to play Embiid once, right? So now that we're playing Embiid in the playoffs, nobody in the Knicks can stop Embiid, right? But the only person that was able to slow him down was Mitch. So if you don't have Mitch, it's tough. I don't, it's not like, see, we say we're better than Philadelphia, and really on paper we may be. We've played better than them, but the bottom line is they've got their 2 stars and we got 1, right? So there's just not enough firepower consistently to go against them. Now, I will say this. I won't go too crazy, guys. I'll be honest with you. If I'm looking at our Knicks team, I'm still feeling very confident and very comfortable. The New York Knicks outscored Philadelphia 3/4-1. They took the first, they took the second, they took the fourth. That third quarter, I think the Philadelphia scored like 42 or 43 points, something like that. They were shooting unconscious from 3. If they don't shoot like that from 3, maybe they don't even win the game. You know what I mean? So I'm not stressing it. They're not that team to be shooting like that every night that they play a basketball game. So it is what it is. It'd be one thing. I tell you, I would feel a little worse if they outscored us in that third unconscious shooting, and then they came back down to earth in the fourth, and they outscored us in the fourth as well. Then I'm like, oh man, they definitely building momentum. We might have but we outscored them in the fourth, which means we made adjustments. But it was too little, too late because that third quarter was so powerful, right? They gave them a good amount of points that we had to make up. I think going into the fourth, maybe we were down 13. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was something like that, 11 or 13. I don't remember. But then you go into the fourth quarter down by a good margin, and then you're still facing Maxey and Embiid. Like, you can slow them down, but you can't completely stop them. So sometimes going back and up and down the court, they're gonna hit baskets to help prolong the lead. It's just tough. Once you build, that's why it's very important to not let the other team get off to a good lead, because once you're trying to play from behind, they're gonna hit shots here and there to keep the lead going. That's why you want to stay close as possible. But I'm not stressing it. Like I said, to me, Philly had one good quarter. I know it's kind of bad that Embiid scored 50 points. So what's going on there? But let's not forget the dude hit like 3 or 4 threes in a row. 3 of them was wide open. One was in Hartenstein's face. That's unconscious shooting right there. That gave him a quick 12 points in a heartbeat. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, 12. They gave him a quick 12 points in a heartbeat. Like, you can't make up for certain things like that. The guy's on. I mean, this is basically what we saw was Embiid shooting the best he's ever shot. Like, this is the best he'll shoot ever when you're shooting like that, knocking down threes like Wappy. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to deal with it. All you can do is kind of, get in his face to make the threes contested, or see if you push him further away from the rim and see if he wants to take them heat checks. But what the Knicks should have done is continue to make him move off of that knee. Like, I don't care if he's been doing rehab, if they've been icing him up, if they've been hitting him with shots, cortisone shots, or whatever. You feel it. It's a wear and tear. So that's all you can do. If you don't got the horses to stop a guy like that, you just gotta make him work. All you can do. But we'll talk more about it. Like I said, shout out to Walter Blackman. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. I appreciate you as always. It's not necessary, but I appreciate that you're always thinking of the show and supporting the show in any way that you can. But your presence alone is support enough for me. But like I said, I thank you. And if anybody out there wants to support the show, by all means, you can do so by just being here, participating in the chat, showing your love, jumping up on the panel if you want to. And or you can decide that, you can, Cash App Still Knick fans if you want to do that. That's fine. No issues there. You can Cash App us, or you can buy us a coffee, which is the new way, probably the preferred way these days. You can always support the show by buying us a coffee at www.buymeacoffee.com/StillKnickFans. So you can do that, or you can just hit that button on your screen and give us a super chat the way Walter Blackman did. It's totally up to you. We appreciate however you do. Like I said, you don't have to do it, but we appreciate it, and it definitely supports the show. And thank you so much for doing that. Let me just put this here just so it's out there in the ether. Okay, now let me get back to where I was. Okay, shout out to Johnny Davis. What up, Ron? What's good, my brother? Appreciate you. Yeah, he's New Nick said, hope your day was good. A good one, Ron. Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. We got a lot of stuff to do after the show. I got a bunch of work. This is one of them busy work weeks, so I got a bunch of stuff to do over the weekend. So I won't be really enjoying the weather, even though it's going to rain later. So, but yeah, I'll be busy. Shout out to Space Ghost. What's good? Appreciate you. He says, salute Ron SK family. Appreciate you. Jay from PR says Embid is not dynamic. Oh, I don't know, Jay. I don't know if a guy who shoots can drop 50 points on you from the center position isn't dynamic. Who hit 4 threes in a row. I don't know, man. I may not like him right now as a person because I'm seeing certain things about him. I may not like the way he plays physically, that he gets away with stuff, but I'm not going to shortchange his offensive ability. The guy is a beast. We can't stop that. I mean, the dude can shoot from 3, can shoot from the mid-range, can kill you inside. Don't let him get inside. And he knocks down his free throws. mean, what are you gonna do? And it's not like he's a bum on defense. He's definitely a rim protector on defense. He blocks shots. He rebounds. He's not the best rebounder, but he's an adequate rebounder. Yeah, I mean I can't fault the guy for being nice. I'm just telling you, as a person, I mean, I like him, and the dirty stuff that he's starting to do and incorporate into his game. I'm not digging it. But yeah, I mean, I can't downplay his ability. The guy is incredible. If he was on, listen, the bottom line is if he was on the Knicks, we'd be like, wow, that's our guy. And if he was doing dirty stuff for us, we'd be like, yeah, he was dirty, but the other team was dirty too. We'd be finding excuses for it if he was our player, but he's not our player, so we can hate against him, which I do because I think he's a dirtbag right now. He is a dirtbag. Take my little allergy pill because the allergy is starting to flare up. I can feel it all up in there. Shout out to Space Ghost. What's good, my brother? Peace to you. My guy, Victor. What's up, Victor? Knicks fans Brazil in the building. Appreciate you, my brother. He says Joel Embid is public enemy number 1. Yes, he is. He damn sure is, man. It's funny how things happen. This is why this is always interesting with these playoff series, because guys that you may have targeted or may have liked for your own team, when you get into the playoffs against them, they might show you. This is actually what I worried about last year when the Knicks had to play Cleveland in the series. I was like, damn, man, I don't know. I wonder if Knicks fans are going to start hating on Donovan if we beat them or if something happens and he doesn't look good, because every time Brunson plays him, Brunson, makes him look worse. So I was wondering how Knicks fans was going to act towards Donovan. It didn't really go too crazy, but Knicks fans are feeling a little different about him, right? So that's the thing. When these teams, when a guy you're targeting is on the opposing team and you have to play them in the playoffs, things change. So things change. Shout out to my guy Stafford Don. More fire rhythm beats. Don't let them fool you. Oh no. Okay, what up? What up, Stafford? Sorry, I had to get that out. Smash that like button, like my guy Victor says. Ivory 10. What's good, my brother? Hope you're doing well. He said, spoke to an assistant coach for the Sixers, and his quote was, "This fool is out there resting now," referring to Embiid. Embiid embarrassed the entire team. Resting now. What do you mean by that, Ivory 10? What does that assistant coach mean by that? I wonder what that means. I'm just because you would think it's just straightforward, point blank, but I'm not sure what it's referring to. Is it referring to? I don't know. I don't understand. Is there something going on that I'm missing? That I don't know. I don't know what it is. Is we talking about Embiid resting, or are we talking about what Embiid did? So now Mitch is. I don't know. I'm a little confused by that. If you can elaborate, fine, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you, and thank you for being here and rocking as always. Appreciate you, brother. Dwayne Dennis says, not very happy with the officiating so far. There seems to be a lopsidedness in the referee's calling of a fair game. Joel Embiid seems to be getting the superstar treatment. Well, we knew this was going to happen. I mean, we talked about it, and you could pretty much predict it. There was a lot of back and forth and chirping from the Philadelphia side saying that the Knicks were getting all the calls in those first 2 games. So it's only fair that you would expect that when we go to Philly, Philly's going to start getting the calls. I'm sure. I mean, as fans, we could predict that was going to happen. I'm sure the Knicks could predict it was going to happen, and so they shouldn't use. I'm sure they're not, but they shouldn't use that as an excuse. The bottom line is whether or not Philly got all the calls that we all kind of knew was going to happen. You let Embiid score 50 points. 50 points. You know what I mean? You can't do that. I don't care what you got to do. Send doubles, send triple. Well, I will say, in fairness to the team, maybe David Smith is, this is where Tibbs has to step up If you lose a guy like Mitch and you know Embiid is killing you, yes, if you put Jericho Sims in there, is he going to kill Jericho Sims? Yes, he is. But at least Jericho Sims could put a body on him, send him to the foul line. He's knocking down his free throws, but make him earn it. You know what I mean? You got to be able to do. I know this is the playoffs, but once again, I'm not going crazy yet, but this is where I will say that if Tibbs don't start understanding that there's a situation that calls for it, I need another body out there, then we have a problem. I think they needed another body out there to put a body on Embiid or give a little bit of a physical presence, especially after what happened. So I hope tomorrow that Tibbs thinks about using Jericho Sims at least Jericho Sims to give an extra body out there to get a little physical and show a presence. You know what I mean? I don't care if he just makes Embiid work for a rebound. The point is to do something out there to continue to make this a basketball game, because we can't keep going, in this way, thinking with less people it's going to be better. It's not. Especially less bigs, because Embiid is a force. The other thing too is, I wouldn't mind if Jericho Sims went out there and took one for the team either, because I know a lot of Knicks fans are upset with the way the physical play that Philadelphia is getting away with. But the Knicks got away with physical play too in the first couple games. It's just they're letting them play. The problem is for the Knicks, they have to fight fire with fire. You can't just okay, it was our turn before, now it's your turn. No, both teams have to be physical. Okay, so the Knicks got to get a little bit more physical out there tomorrow. They got to show that they are ready and willing to toughen up and go do what they got to do, but stay. The only thing I worry about with this Knicks team is that they don't have a lot of guys that automatically show that type of toughness when it comes to the defensive side. And the ones that do sometimes go too far. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I'm really only speaking about one guy. Josh Hart, we need Josh to be tough tomorrow, but I'm scared about Josh because Josh sometimes goes too far. And if we lose Josh, we're in trouble. So this is the reason why I'm saying Tibbs needs to be willing to possibly throw a Jericho Sims out there, or even throw one of those bench guys out there. One of them bench guys out there for just a couple minutes, just to go out there, go lay a body on this guy. Go grab a rebound. Use your elbows. You know what I mean? Go do that. Give me 2 minutes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's basketball. Go do a little something over there. You know what I mean? This is why I wish the Knicks had Mook Morris. If we have Mook Morris right now, somebody be flat on their ass. You know what I mean? Pause. But yes, because Mook would definitely lay somebody out. And we need that right now. But when I say this, like I said, the reason why I'm worried is because I don't want it to be Josh Hart. I don't want it to be DiVincenzo. I don't want it to be these guys can't afford to do that, because you guys already know that if the Knicks retaliate and do things physically, if the wrong guy does it, they're going to use it and they're going to kick that guy out, right? We might suffer a suspension. We never know what's going to happen, and we need our guys. That's the reason why, which I thought was really interesting when I was watching it. After Embiid did what he did to Mitch, you saw Dante step up into his face. And who went to go get him out of all people? Josh Hart. Come on, bro. No. I don't like where it's going. We need you out here, because if things go left, you're out the game, and we might lose you for another. You don't know what's going to happen. So it was smart. But the Knicks need to do that. But we got to find the right person to do it, because whatever happens, and he takes one for the team. It's good. But our players that we need out there, they can't afford to do that. And unfortunately, we're in a position right now where we need everybody. So they can get tougher. They just have to do it in a smart way. Do it within reason, so that you don't get kicked out the game or possibly get suspended. Tough, guys. It's tough. And there's not a lot of teams that really we have to worry about playing physical like this. Philly is one, because they have some guys that have played us good on defensively throughout the whole season, right? Another team is a Miami, right? But in the no, I'm not even worried about. No, they're just better than us. Boston, just because they're better than us as far as talent wise. I know you guys are like, but they're getting, the business from Miami. I know, I get it, but I'm just looking around the league at teams that in the East that actually give us problems when it comes to that physicality. Only Miami and Philly. Everybody else, I'm not worried about when it comes to that. We're more physical than everybody else. I don't want to say we're more physical than Miami. They're the toughest, dirtiest team in the league. So it is what it is. All right. Let me throw this in the chat. And as I continue to read what's going on out here. Let's see. So obviously, if you guys want to come up, you are more than welcome to. Mets, Knicks fans, let's go in the building. Salute. Was good. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. He says, salute, Ron. Knicks fans, let's go Knicks. Facts. It says, wow, Jalen Brunson is getting nada. You mean, with the calls? Yeah. I hear you. Oh, okay. I got you, Ivory. He said, spoke to an assistant coach for the Sixers, and his comment was, Embiid is out there wrestling now. Oh, that's a big difference than resting. Yeah, wrestling now, and he embarrassed the whole team with his antics. Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, Ivory. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. I got you. Let me read a couple more. I can get my guy up here. I see him backstage. Vaskin Markarian in the building. Salute. Appreciate you, Vaskin. I don't know if this is your first time being here in the chat. If it is, thank you for being here and rocking with us. Hope you enjoy the show and subscribe and like and all that good stuff. He said, good morning, Knicks. And Vaskin also says, tough game 3, but let's turn off the game or maybe turn up for game 4. Either way, I get what you're saying. Mets, Knicks fans, let's go. Said Tibbs is going nowhere. He will get his bag. Yeah, he will. JJ in the building. What's good, JJ? Appreciate you, my brother. He says, salute around. What's good, brother? Happy Saturday. We need a goon. Been saying it for a long time. We're too soft. Can't let something like that happen with no retaliation. I hear you, man. I don't know if that guy is on this team right now, but it would have been, like I said, Mook Morris would have been nice to have right now. Yes, he would have got us in some heat. Yeah, he would have got us in some trouble, but we need some of that. You need some of that fire and that pit in the belly to slow down these other teams that think they can do something. You know what I mean? He would have took one for the team. He would have said, all right, okay, Embiid, I'll come down the court. We need that sometimes. Shout out to my guy, Twin. What up, Kareem Grant? Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. All right. Kerry Cooper is in the building. He said, I have no respect for Joel Embiid and even less respect for the refs. That's a fact. What's good, Kerry? Appreciate you. Russ Gallman in the building. I lost respect for Embiid after Mitch ankle injury. Yeah. This is the overlying sentiment that I'm seeing everywhere, overlaying sentiment. A lot of people have lost respect for Embiid on how he's played in this series. And it allows you to take a look back at how he's played in other series or just how he plays. And you see, he got a little dirt in him, a little dirt diggler up there. I don't know. Louisiana Nick says, Ron, do you view the first round matchup differently because Philly is not your typical 7th seed? That's an interesting question. You know what? Let me bring Double A up in here and we'll answer this one together. Let me get my guy here. Double A!
What's going on, Ronnie?
What's up, brother?
I had to come here and get a dose of your positivity, brother. Because
I mean, I can give you some of it. I don't got the same positivity like Jigga Man. Oh yeah, time for positivity. No, I don't got that positivity. But
no, man. But this is crazy, Ron. It's blatant. The guy tried to injure somebody. Pull a guy, Mitch, out the sky. And it's a difference if Mitch walked away and he just kept on playing. But we lost him for the remainder of the game. Embid did he even get a technical foul? I don't even think he got
a flagrant one.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on. Man, that was like intent. And then come on, man, you're gonna tell me the commissioner's office or whoever's in charge of violence or whatever is gonna not see that that's a Draymond Green punk ass move. You know what I mean? And I guess that's why Draymond picked us to lose anyway, because he knew, Philadelphia is full of punk ass players. Kelly Oubre, Batum. These guys are dirty, dude. Come on, man. It's obvious. On a Morning Brew, they were showing videos, man. You can see, man, Batum is grabbing Jalen's jersey, man. Keeping him from going. This is like every play, not here or there. I mean, they're doing it every day. They're playing sucker, dirty type basketball. And the thing is look, you're right, man. If we retaliate, because it's out of our norm, okay, it's different. If you're a player that you get away with shit. But if you're a player that never does that type of shit, and all of a sudden you're doing it, it's just spotlighted. And you get it. They'll kick them out of the game or whatever. You know what I mean? It'll come down like that. So you 100% right about the retaliation. Now, here we are again with Tibbs not adjusting. Okay, he's not adjusting. You're right. There's no way. It's a way you can stop Embiid from scoring 50 points. You take the ball out of his fucking hand. Okay, you make somebody else beat you. Okay, witching calls for putting a couple of big bodies in there.
All right.
Playing Precious. Why can't we play Precious at the same time as a center? We can't freaking stay small all the time, especially if you got this big 7'2", 300-pound monster clobbering our ass. You know what I mean? We got to bring some toughness in there, And this is one thing, Tibbs, he has no ability to break out of his bubble, out of his norm. He doesn't want to go left if he wants to keep going right. He's just stubborn to a point, man, and it's going to cost us the series if he doesn't understand we need size in the game. Precious should be playing. He showed yesterday in a little bit. Now we got to use him as a center instead of using him as a backup power forward. Now he's outside, and this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes he can make our players look bad by playing them out of position and not using them to their talents. Precious is shown at center, man, he's just too small. At power forward, he has an advantage. He has long-ass arms. He can play. When he had that good streak going, what position was he playing, Ron? He was playing center. He was playing power forward.
Right.
And, they're killing us, bro. I don't understand how the commissioner's office can look at this and say, number one, the officiating is terrible. They shot 33 free throws. 33 free throws.
I got nothing to say to that. Everything you're saying is true. I don't know. It was bad. It's bad.
Maybe somebody can bring some sunshine and light. I reach out to Shaw. Somebody, man.
Well,
somebody.
Listen, I'm gonna try my best. All right, to talk people off the ledge today. Yeah, but I'm kind of with y'all. Don't get me wrong. I'm with y'all a little bit. I'm kind of out here myself. I'm like, yeah, what we doing? But I'm like I said already. The best possible thing that I could say to my fellow Knicks fans is the fact that 4, 3, 7. We've beat this Philly team 5-2 so far throughout the whole season, regular season and the playoffs. So I mean, yeah, and Embiid was there for 3 of those games, 4 of those games. Sorry. It is what it is, man. They're gonna have their moment. Philly has always been a good regular season team. They've always been one of those teams that you got to worry about in the regular season, which shows that they can win, right? Now you get them into the playoffs, and we know the whole thing about Philly. Who are they in the playoffs? They're dealing with a new coach in Nick Nurse. He's trying to figure out what he can do to make them successful in the playoffs. And we're seeing him learning on the fly. He don't look that great sometimes, but I still know he won a championship. So you got to just be careful and watch what he gets them to do, right? That being said, They didn't look good in game 1. They had it in game 2, and we took it from them. I mean, we really had it and we gave it away, but they, once they got it, we took it back. We got lucky. We had some great breaks that happened, and they didn't call some stuff that they could have called according to the NBA, but we got it. It worked, and we won. Game 3 is a situation where they just had it. They had a good game. Like, that was the best they've shot. I think that might have been the best they shot all year towards us. Maybe not. There was one game maybe early in the season. No. That was the best game they shot all year, because the one game that we lost to them was that horrible game that I went to in person that I can't even believe. If I could wipe a game off my roster, that would have been it. The worst game I've ever seen in my life. Get that out of here. So they haven't looked good against us at all year. That was the first game they were like lights out. That third quarter was ridiculous. It took a 42 point third quarter with guys shooting unconscious from 3 for them to beat us. I'm still feeling good about this team, guys. So if I was y'all, I wouldn't go too crazy. Yes, don't take Philadelphia for granted, because they do got 2-star players over there. But I think we'll be okay. The issue is the Knicks have to figure out a better way to go against stopping Embiid and stopping Maxey. First off, Clyde is really, really dope with this stuff, right? Shout out to Clyde, and shout out to the chat. I forgot who said it. Man, was just looking at it too. It made me think, who said it? I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to run the show, so I can't really search too deep to find it. But all right, hold on. I'll save it. Let me first answer Louisiana Knicks question, because I did say we were going to do that. So, Ron, do you view the first round matchup differently because Philly is not your typical 7th seed? Yeah, I do. I was the first to say that. Some people are like, well, there was people that were telling you we'd rather play Miami. They were saying that for a reason, because it's not Philly as a team, it's more of Embiid. We don't have anybody that can really stop Embiid. We got somebody in Mitch that can slow him down because he's got the good size and that long arm, but he's tough. He's tough to stop, right? And those guys play off of him. So that's the thing. Like, if they didn't have Bede and it was just Maxey you had to worry about, you can deal with that, because Maxey, even though it'd be tough to stop him, it's a different focus. You don't have to really double and triple team Maxey. You can show him, you can show him looks, right, to get him off. It's different. With Embiid, you got to double him. Maybe you have to maybe triple him, and he still might be able to score. That's because he's tall and powerful. So it's different. He can make everybody else better. You collapse on him, then you got open shooters all over the court. That's a problem. That's why the matchup is different. With Miami, for example, you don't got to worry about that with Bam. You know what I mean? It's different. So I understand people who were saying they would rather play Miami. I got it. It doesn't matter. It is what it is.
The point here is the prototype.
Oh, I was just gonna say the point is Philly is a team you do have to worry about because of a guy like Embiid. So I don't think they're a great first round matchup. Can we beat them? Yes. Do I still think I think Knicks in 6? I still believe that, but I really think Knicks can beat them in 5. They just got to play good basketball, play smart out there, and just have a way of slowing down Maxey and Embiid in certain ways. First off, Maxey goes right all the time. You know how Jalen Brunson goes left? Maxey goes right. Yeah, it's fast, but take him away. Take that right away and bring him left. Take him off. What makes him comfortable? Whatever. Go ahead.
One of our problems is Big Ron, and I don't see how Tibbs doesn't see what Philly's doing. Embiid is dragging an anchor out of the middle. By him shooting from the perimeter and going out there, they're saving his legs, but he's also affecting our defense because he's opening up the lane, and that's opening the lane for Maxey. Okay, and it's also giving him advantage rebounding. Okay, because remember, now we got OG on Maxey, so OG is out on the perimeter. Okay, and that takes our size away from the paint. And if you notice, they're attacking our paint, man. They're attacking the paint hard, especially Maxey. It's like he's walking in there and You know, nobody's even challenging him. Nobody's knocking him on the ass. You know, and this is what I'm saying. Philadelphia, bro, I ain't afraid of Philadelphia. I know Philadelphia is a good team. And if they were beating us man up, okay, by the strength, and not with all this dirty shit that they're doing, I'd be cool with it. But that's the whole thing. Not only are we playing Philadelphia, now it seems like we're playing the NBA. It's like they don't want us to win, Ron. You know what I'm saying? Because of the shit, the way that they get, come on, man. There's no way Embid should have still been in that freaking game. How can you not eject somebody for doing that type of shit? And they've been doing this all game
hold on,
long,
Double A.
you know?
I know you're upset, but this is still Knicks fans know the ledge, not Morning Brew. we get hit with the profanity clause over here.
I'm sorry, bro.
I know it's okay. You good? Keep going, brother. I don't want to take away your energy. It's just that
but I'm saying Philadelphia.
My algorithm is a little different.
Everybody knows that. Anybody that says Joel Embiid is not a great player is not a fan of basketball. Don't know basketball. Joel Embiid man. He's a beast. But listen, it's a prototype for us whooping their butts.
Yeah,
caught it.
No, you can say that. That's cool.
You look at our championship Knicks. You look at our championship Knicks, right? We're going against the monster at that time, Wilt Chamberlain. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And as far as Maxey goes, we're going against Jerry West, the logo. Okay? He was on that team. All right? And how did they win? How did they beat them? They played team basketball, Ron. And if you look at it, Brunson, to me, is trying too hard to be the hero. Okay, I understand you want to take it upon yourself. We don't have Julius Randle. You want to take it upon ourselves to beat this team. But we got to beat them together. Okay, at least you got OG a little bit involved, and, you know, he gave us some points. But you got to use OG. You got to use your team, man. I mean, come on, Ryan. You take 29 shots, bro, and then your other guys are getting 10 and 11 shots. That's not even balanced. You got to give them pause to worry about everybody else, too. Right now, they just have to concentrate on Brunson because Brunson is taking all the shots. So they can lay off Hart, and they can lay off DiVincenzo, and they can lay off OG because they know they're not getting the shot attempts. So they can key on Brunson. They can key on stopping us.
It's true. And listen, you know, not for nothing. He's been great. You know, he's had ups and downs, of course. He's been great all season. But you know,
but when we break that 30 assist mark, Ron, we win.
Oh yeah, definitely. But the problem is, like, guys got to knock it down. Remember, I'm gonna say it again. It's just they have to figure out better ways to score the basketball. Yes, I know we've turned into a jump shooting team, but Philadelphia plays good defense with regards to us. You know, we have to figure out better ways and easier ways, more efficient ways to score. Dante DiVincenzo did not look good in Game 3. We need Dante in order to win these games. We need him to look good. Jalen Brunson finally woke up and he showed you what he could do. I think he almost had 40, like 39 or something like that. You know, so Brunson's back, you know what I mean? So just got to give him some time to kind of work through his stuff, but he's good, right? But we need Dante out there because it goes back to the thing before we said, you know, more than one guy has to step up. And I love what Josh Hart has been doing, but you can't depend on Josh Hart to continue to do this. If he does, great. You just can't depend on it because he hasn't been doing it. So we need somebody else has to step up too. And if Josh does that going forward, great. We'll take it. But yeah, man,
he's the one that leaving open, Ron.
Like I know, but thankfully he's capitalizing because if Josh wasn't hitting these shots, we'd be getting blown out.
Yeah, we would have definitely lost.
Oh, we definitely would have lost, but we'd be getting blown out too, because all it takes is for you to be down. You know, they were down 13 and they came back to fight, but they couldn't really get the lead. But if you know that 13 could turn to 20 quickly. Just saying. So thankfully, you know, there's a lot of series left to play, and I feel very confident in this New York Knicks team. I'm not worried. I'm just I want to make certain that Tibbs is seeing what's happening in front of him and not going to just rest, because of this is the game plan. No, when something happens to mess up your game plan, you got to pivot a little bit. Just, all right, Jericho, I don't trust you that much, but I need you out there for a couple minutes. Put a body on Embiid, go get a hard foul, grab a rebound over somebody. Don't let them just grab the rebounds over us because now we're going to be small because now I got a Precious playing Embiid. Come on, man. Like Tibbs, you got to be smart here. Let's be smart.
If I was
Just saying.
if I was a Knick organization, I would have been on the phone from the other night up till today. I'd been on the phone with the commissioner's office asking them what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Are they going to punk out because this is Joel Embiid? Hey man, fine. He shouldn't have did it. You don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, but it's got to be some time of retaliation. We lost Mitchell Robinson, right? We didn't only just lose that play or lose a possession or whatever. You know what I mean? We had an attack on our player. You know what I mean? So what are they going to do? Or you mean they're going to let this slide because it's Joel Embiid and it's unfair because if they suspend him, we're going to win? Hey, tough shit, man. He did it. Ain't nobody telling him to do it. That was dirt, Ron. That's not like an elbow or a push. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
We are fighting not only the Sixers, we're fighting the referees and the way they're calling the game and the stuff that they're letting get away with. Why should Jalen Brunson have to deal with somebody grabbing and pulling on his shirt to stop him and letting it go? They showed it, man, where OG got body checked right in front of the referee.
I know. That was crazy. That was crazy.
So we're playing not only against that. So the only recourse we got, Big Ron. We're a jump shooting team. Let's be what we are, but make the damn shots. Okay? We got guys that are shooting almost close to 40%. From the 3-point line. Let's burn their ass. All right? That's the way you whoop their ass. Okay? You make Joel Embiid tired of running up and down the freaking court, watching the ball go through the net. That's what we do. Let's play our game, man. But to do that, we need the ball, right? That's
Fair.
what we got to do. We got to blow them out, Big Ron.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Shout out to Animal X. He said it's so frustrating watching Maxey always going right and we still haven't stopped him. Yeah, this is what I was just talking about, and this is like, this is something that we all see. Shout out to you, Animal X, for calling it out as well, man. Like, he goes right all the time. We know there's players that do that, just like our guy Brunson goes left a lot. Just come on, man. Let's figure out ways to be smarter out there defensively. It's okay. It's all right. You have a game plan. You're working with the game plan. You stick to it, right? But when something happens, when you lose your big man who's an enforcer that you funneled the defense to because he's a rim protector, when you lose something like that, you got to switch stuff up. Now you got to say, okay, how do we play these guys now? Because now we got no inside presence. Shout out to Hartenstein, no disrespect to him, but let's be honest, if Hartenstein starts to be a defensive presence, he's probably going to get himself into a lot of foul trouble, and we're going to be without him a lot of the game. Because he can't gamble that way. If anything, you see he's got his hands full with Embiid. He's in Embiid's face trying the best, but Embiid caught him with a quick up and under fake, went to the foul line. He allowed too much space for Embiid the other day in that third quarter. Embiid hit 2 threes in a row. He said, okay, now I got to step up in your face. What Embiid do? Whappy right in his face because now you let him get hot. Like, it's Hartenstein's got his hands full with Embiid. It is what it is. Some matchups aren't the best for a guy. And for him, that Embiid matchup is tough. Robinson just did a much better job versus him. So it is what it is. So now we got a problem.
If I was a head coach of the Knicks, you know how I'd have my centers guarding Embiid? Hell with it, man. We got to live with it. Let him shoot everything from the outside. That takes away his percentage, okay? Okay, he's shooting upwards of 30-some percent, but hey, forget it. Let him hit the jump shot. That takes him away from under the rim for offensive rebound, and his percentage is a lot higher under the basket. I mean, Ron, from 10 feet on in, that's almost automatic. You think his percentage jumps up close to 90%, 95%, you're going to make it. So for me, I'd rather take the percentage, take him out of the game. Okay, you can shoot all the J's you want. That's how it's played.
Listen,
Now you save your centers, but Tibbs is backwards. He doesn't understand. This is a league where you got to guard the perimeter. He's like the rim. Got to guard that rim. But guess what, bro? You got to play what's in front of you. And right now, the smart play, the way Willis Reed played Will Chamberlain and big dudes like that, he made them take them away from their high percentage, which is down low. Why do I have to muscle with you and wrestle with you 10 feet under when I can keep your ass on out here and let you shoot the jumper? You want to get by me, I got all the room to block you off and get the offensive foul, whatever. But that's what I would do with Embid. I would just let him shoot from the outside. Go ahead.
I mean, listen, Double A, that you might be like the Knicks might have to consider doing that now. Because the good thing about that now, if Embid is hot, you might have to deviate a little bit because you can see he showed you in that third quarter when he gets hot, it's going in. So, and it was wet, so it was going in. But the reason why I like it is because the Knicks really don't have anybody to deal with Embid inside right now. So if you can keep him out there in the perimeter, what you do is you force him to take those jump shots. He's not down there, so he can't get the rebound. That allows us to have better opportunities to get rebounds. Plus, you don't have to, if he's shooting on the perimeter, you're not doubling him, right? So he can't, it's no easy pass to an open guy. It's just you're playing him straight up. So I like that part of it. It allows the Knicks defense to still remain set and have to worry about their guys. So maybe that is the way to go about it. Conventional wisdom would tell you, most guys would say, watching this series, if a guy is hobbled and has got a bad leg or something like that, you make him work on that leg. But at this point, now that you don't got the horses, I mean, we still don't know what's going on with Mitch. They put him in the walking boot. It didn't look good, but sometimes they do that as a precaution too, so it can heal up as best as they can so they can use him the next game or whatever. We'll see. I don't like it. I would probably say if I was a betting man, he doesn't play tomorrow, but maybe he plays the next game. Just saying, we'll see. But yeah, I would think about that, Double A. I would think about keeping him on the perimeter. He's not down low. He can't grab his own rebound. He's not that force demanding the double team, so he can't kick it out to an open shooter. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Maybe it is.
And you know who would be good with that? Jericho. And this is going back to you saying we should use Jericho.
Yeah. Let me do a little shout outs and housekeeping here to some people. Thank you guys in the chat for tuning in. We got 118 here now. Please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. It definitely helps the show. It looks a little something like this. Yeah, so definitely smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Also, I want to shout out a couple people. First off, let me shout out Walter. Oh, wait, did I already do that? I might have done that one already. My apologies. Hold on. I lost it. I was right here. There we go. Shout out to my guy, Wiz BKLA in the building. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, salute, Ron. Were you on Dance Fever? Deuce for 28. Ha, 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 ha. Thank you, Wiz. Thank you. Appreciate you. Kerry Cooper says, salute to the chat. Salute, Ron. I'm sorry I had to get that angry, that ran out first. No, you good, brother. I saw it. I didn't put it up on the screen, but I saw it. It's cool. You're all right. Shout out to wait, did I shout him out? Yeah, I did shout out. I didn't shout out Cody though. Shout out to Cody in the building. What's good? Appreciate you. Yeah, Jericho Sims needs to make a special units appearance. I agree. That's a fact. Why not, man? You know what I mean? Shout out to Margaret Edwards in the building. Hey, how are you? Good to see you, Margaret. Always a pleasure. Ran Rocks in the building. Said he didn't drop 50. 19 of them was free throws the refs gave him. Yeah, but still, that's still too much. I don't care. I mean, the bottom line, it's still 50 points. However he got it, he got it. If that's the case, then he shouldn't have been able to get 31 other points or whatever the hell it was, because that's still a lot. I mean, that's his average. He averages 30. You know what I mean? Like, he's a problem. But don't give him any free throws. We don't need that. And once again, guys, I agree. Embiid should have got ejected. Yes. And then we saw a flagrant foul happen last night, or was it the night after? It was either last night or the night before. I think it was last night. I'm confused. All I know is in another game on the West Coast, the dude committed a foul. He went over the guys. He went to block the ball. You could see he was going to block the ball, but he didn't hit the ball, and his arm came right over the guy, like over like this, and the guy was in the air. And they considered that a defenseless player. Flagrant 2, that guy was ejected. Don't tell me that Mitchell Robinson jumping. First off, if you watch the play, see, the good thing is that as fans, we get to see the whole thing. As refs, they're not thinking about that, which I give them in fairness to them. But if you watch the sequence, you could see that Embiid was mad about the play prior. He got upset. He was in his feelings. Then when he went down low on defense, he got I think it was OG who checked him, and Embiid went to the floor, right? And when he was on the floor, he was mad. And so then Mitch is jumping right next to him. And then he's like, oh, you guys know what happened to me in the past, how this guy fell on me, and I'm not going to be, I'm not put myself in that situation again. Mitch was in front of you. He wasn't even he wasn't jumping over you. He was in front of you. I mean, and if he falls back, move your big ass out the way. Like, what are we talking about? You want to just lay there on the floor like a damsel in distress? What are we doing? Like, just get up, move. Well, I mean, what?
And Mitch wasn't like standing over him, Ron. Profile.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
He was just moving out the way.
And hold on. Here's another thing. This is why I call it BS, because if that's I played basketball before too. And when I played basketball, I see you, Corey, backstage, by the way. I'll get you up in 2 seconds. When I played basketball, you think I never fell on the ground and somebody was right next to me and I was like, I don't want this guy to fall on me. You know what I do? I put my hands up. So if he falls back, I'm pushing him away from me, or I'm pushing myself away from him. I'm not picking him up and drop. Like, what are we talking about? Joel Embiid is full of crap. If you believe what he said, then I'm sorry. I got a bridge that I can sell you. And listen, I'll take the money if you want to invest.
That was a WWF move, man.
Yeah, it was, and not only did he grab his legs while he was in the air and bring him, he also, when he came down, he pushed him off him like garbage. Like, get off me. What? Come on, man. You can't listen. Embiid should have got thrown out the game. Afterwards, if you don't throw him out the game, you should have corrected your mistake and fined him or something. They're not going to kick him out of another game, but they should have did something. You know what I mean? And they should have admitted that they messed up, that he should have been ejected. But we all know, guys, the only reason why Embiid wasn't ejected is because he is a superstar player, and they didn't want to lose the superstar player for a playoff game. That's what it is. That's all it is. We all know that. We don't have to say it because it's obvious, because we all know that if there's anybody else, they would have got ejected. So that's it. Okay.
So by right, Jalen Brunson should be able to do the same dirt and get away with it. But let me tell you something. If Jalen Brunson do half of that, he'll get ejected.
Oh yeah, of course. Because he hasn't built up the cachet the way an Embiid has, and two, now it's already on the radar. So now they look bad. So like, oh well, if it happens again, we got to get him. Let me tell you something. If Embiid does it again, he still ain't going nowhere. But if a Knicks player does it, then they're gonna throw him out. All right, let me bring Corey in here.
Oh, I got it.
Corey.
Corey, drop.
What's up, my
Corey.
brother? I'm gonna get to your takes in 2 seconds. I got to do a little bit more housekeeping. Just get this out the way. Let me see. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Shout out to my guy, the art man, formerly known as Steve. What's going on, my brother? I hope you're doing good. Good to see you as always. He said, afternoon wrong. Afternoon Ron, long time. Clyde is literally telling us how to slow down Embiid. Force him to move. No more open jumpers. Run at him. Knicks have to come to game 4 with force. Yeah. So see, that's another approach. See, that's the thing. Get him off the square. Don't allow him to just shoot. Make him move off of the leg. Now, I honestly think that both ways are effective, right? But you got to see what he's doing. You know what I mean? If he comes out and he's knocking down jumpers, then maybe you want to get him from shooting those jumpers because he's effective. Remember, Philly's not a great three-point shooting team. He actually makes them a better three-point shooting team when he's knocking them down. So if we could take that away from him, if he's hot, yes, run him off his spots, excuse me, and make him start using his legs to get to the hoop. And if he comes into the lane, I don't care who you are, everybody's got one that they can give up. You know what I mean? If y'all know what that means, that's an old basketball term. That's right. That's right. Everybody got one they can give up. You know what I mean? So the whole team got one. Use it on Embiid. Make him feel it.
He deserves
All right. Yes, he does. So that's that. Now, if he's shooting from the outside and he doesn't look like he's got it going, then push him out there. Keep him out there. You know what I mean? Don't let him get into the paint. You know what I mean? Both ways.
Is even if he gets it going, he's going to shoot. He ain't going to shoot better than 35%. You get him down low, that's 95, 100%, 100%. Not only he's going to score, he's going to get your man in foul trouble. You know, he's going to be in position for offensive rebound. You know, so why not, push him out?
Yeah, I mean, you make a point there. I mean, although in that game 3, he shot 71% from 3, bro. 71%. 5 of 7. You don't want to deal with that. Like, you don't want to give him that look. That's a rough one. And he shot 68% from the field. So, yeah, he was on one that day. And he only missed 2 free throws. He went to the line 21 times and hit 19 free throws, 90% from the line. He was just on one. It was just one of them days. All right, more spring cleaning, a little bit more housekeeping. Thank you, Art Man, for the super chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Mets, Knicks fans, let's go. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, brought you a coffee, my friend. Appreciate you, JB, and Coach Tibbs are locked in together. So people calling for Tibbs' job also would want JB to be gone too. Oh, wait, hold on. Brought you a coffee, my friend. Appreciate you. Got it. I was like, I mean, me, JB, and Tibbs, we together? No, JB and Coach Tibbs are locked in together. So people calling for Tibbs' job also would want JB to be gone. I mean, they are kind of locked in. There's some truth to that. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. And speaking of hold on. It might take a little while to load up. Let's see. I was going to say, speaking of buying me a coffee, let's see how quick this loads up. I want to shout out a couple people real quick. So first off, shout out to Kay Campbell. Appreciate you. Thank you for the generous donation of buying a coffee. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And then also, shout out to my guy, Vaskin Markarian. Brought you a coffee. He says, salute, Ron. Been listening for a while. Love the podcast. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thanks to both you guys. And thanks to everybody who supports the show. Like I said, whether it be if you choose to donate by Cash Apping, by Super Chatting, by buying a coffee. If you choose to do that, great. But I appreciate the fact that you guys tune in, that you're jump on the panel, or that you're, even involved in the chat. That really helps the show. But, another thing that probably helps the show more than you can think, smashing that like button. So if you haven't smashed that like button, please do. It helps us keep our show in the algorithm. So when people want to see Knick content, they know Still Knick Fans is out here trying to provide that for everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 128 people here tune in. 22 on X, and oh man, 106 on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with us, man. And one more thing before I get over to my guy Corey, get his take. Shout out to NYC BBall. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. Appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Hey man, we gotta get through it, bro. We gotta get through it. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. No quitting us, man. Hashtag all heart, no quit. Let's not forget. They don't give up. We good. We all right. I feel good about it. Corey, how you feeling, brother? And what's your thoughts on everything? I know.
Oh boy. Let him have it.
I'm gonna remain tame to some degree. Adam Silver is a coward, because he has no morality because he's trying to sell a product. Because that was egregious. This man has worked hard. He was going for 50 games to get back to where he got back to, and the fact that Embid snatched his surgically repaired ankle and then twisted it in midair. And the fact that the league did not do absolutely doodly squat. Not even a slap on the wrist. Not even, hey, don't do that no more. Hey, here's $50,000 to the team and to the player. None of that. So you would risk somebody's health for ratings. That right there just spoke volumes to me. But needless to say, to some degree, where we were still in the game, we allowed them to take us out of our game mentally. But cowards do what they got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It doesn't mean that they're going to prevail. That means that we need to match their energy. I just want to point out something, and it's indicative to understand this. You see how much problems Mitchell Robinson was giving Embid. That was important for Embid to take him out. Hartenstein cannot handle Embid by himself like Mitchell Robinson can. That was pointed out in game one. Game one. When Hartenstein got into foul trouble, Mitchell came and shut him down. Jump shots, post-ups, all that. He had a good game, okay. But his effectiveness on the game was taken away. So, needless to say, it is what it is. I pray that the injury was not as bad as it seemed. I hope that he did not hurt anything that was surgically repaired. I pray that Mitchell comes back because he is the heart and soul of our defense. I don't care what nobody says. Hartenstein throws the great cute passes and all that stuff like that, and his little jump floater. Okay, cool, but it does not mean anything like how Mitchell Robinson affects the defense. You know what I'm saying? We are built as a defensive team. So I pray that Precious Achiuwa, or the combination of Precious Achiuwa and Sims, can help us in this next game come Sunday. I'm livid. I'm livid. And I'm doing everything in my power to stay calm. Y'all don't get it.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this to salute you, brother. But I'm right with you, man. I'm right with you. How can we lose a player for the rest of the game and they not lose their player who committed the atrocity?
Josh Hart got kicked out for less against Chicago when he inadvertently kicked dude in the face.
And that was an accident, straight up. He was jumping straight up.
You know what I'm
But just
saying?
for just for the fact,
But
like he said, the coward. He's a coward.
but it is what it is because he has to make money. So I'm gonna say it like this: I pray my Knicks come with a very positive physical attitude come Sunday. I mean, relentless physical attitude. I hope Precious is ready to let go all six. And when I mean let go all six fouls. You know what I'm saying? And to make them worthy. You know what I'm saying? Make them punishing fouls. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how this man, yo, Jack, I was watching two Knicks chicks and they were complaining about how Tibbs allowed him to do something. But before that, I watched how Josh Hart went to the basket, literally got pushed in the air. He scored the basket, but no foul was called. This man is out here feeling like he can do whatever he wants. So, you know, I'm not a proponent of violence, but sometimes you got to let it be known that you are not soft.
Exactly. Exactly.
And unfortunately, one of our next players, whether it be Jericho Sims or I don't know, one of them cats on the bench, you know, if Tibbs decides to send a message, you know what I'm saying? Believe me, we'll set up a GoFundMe.
Really.
We'll set up a GoFundMe that will cover the money that you lost. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
Corey, do you remember how the Chicago Bulls used to play Patrick Ewing back in the day? Same thing as you said. They used to use their fouls, man. They had three centers, Purdue, Longley, and Cartwright, and they made sure that each one of them used their fouls. All three of them were ganging up on Patrick Ewing. That was a strategy. We got to do the same thing.
I mean,
We got
to
to do
some
the same
degree,
thing.
yeah, to some degree, but more so, I think it's more about intensity. I'm feeling more so like we have to dig down deeper for our inner toughness because we're being tried. You know what I'm saying? We're being tried. You know, and excuse me, Ron, forgive me for saying this. Miss Carter ain't raised no bitches over here.
I hear you. I hear you.
She
I mean,
birthed
listen,
grown men. She birthed grown men, and that's
we in a situation, bro. We in a situation where now.
we're not in a situation, not yet.
Oh
The
no,
situation,
it's starting. Not the referee stuff. So here's the thing. The reason why I say we in a situation is because the referee stuff has always been there. But the problem is it's the playoffs now. So the playoffs automatically is another level of physicality. And we're allowed to play that way. Everybody, the Knicks, everybody, right? But if you're already not getting the calls and they're able to play physical, it kind of it puts a team like the Knicks on notice. You think that teams that are looking around the league, looking at the Knicks, like, okay, you can play physical with them. They ain't really got nobody to really step up. Oh, and especially if Mitch is out, if Mitch is out, where they going to get that physicality to come back at us? We can
And
do what we want.
Julius. And Julius.
Well, I'm not even saying that them already knowing Julius is out. That's our physical guy. So yeah, it's like, you know what I mean?
no, it's no. What we're dealing with the situation that it's lack of respect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? So
See,
with that said, you don't respect is not given. It's earned. You know what I'm saying? Not needless to say, you know what I'm saying? People won't respect you unless you stand up for yourself. You know, but I'm not gonna sit here and keep crying about spilt milk because that's what we're doing, gentlemen. We're crying about spilt milk. I'm just wanting the Knicks to come out with a fresh new attitude and whatever lineup we got going on, that they come and send the message quick. You know what I'm saying? For all you anti Mitchell Robinsons and saying that it's time to trade him, now you understand the reason why we won't.
And we can't.
Right.
Exactly. And the fact that you don't like his game, so be it. Get over it. But what he does provide, you have to respect it because he's shown you in the last, 2.5 games. You know what I'm saying? When a player purposely tries to come take you out, you're affecting them.
Facts.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
True. Sorry guys,
I'm gonna let that
I'm
go.
over here.
Let's talk about something fresh, new.
No, you good. I'm over here just texting something because so let me give you guys a heads up. This is everybody in the chat, especially new people who may not know. Right? So when you put a comment in the chat, a regular comment is just going to come through and show up on the screen and everybody can see it, right? But sometimes if you put a comment that has a profanity in it, right? Or if it has something that looks angry, or if it's like a threatening gesture, YouTube automatically flags it, right? And so it still shows up, like I can see it, or if I have people listed as moderators, they can see it, but nobody else can see it. So when it pops up in like a little different view. And so you can click it. And that way, if you click it, you can decide if you want to show it to everybody else. And then everybody sees it regular. So I just want to give people a heads up, like, because that's something that you may not be aware of. So some people, sometimes you commenting and you're like, where's my stuff? Where's my, like somebody's taking my stuff. No, YouTube flags it if it has something that's questionable. What did I say? Oh, I said this on Morning Brew. Was it Morning Brew? I think it was Morning Brew. I said it on Morning Brew, or maybe it was Dope Soul. I said, listen, anybody who says stuff negatively about, this was like 2 weeks ago. Anybody that says stuff negatively about Josh Hart should just look themselves in the mirror and punch themselves in the face. And YouTube didn't put up my comment. It was I sent it, but it didn't show up because I said punch. So you'd be surprised. YouTube just flags it, and so it takes either the host or one of the moderators to see it and actually click on it to let it go. And unfortunately,
it happens over at Blorange too. It happens at Blorange Tears all the time. And what do we do? Because I'm not only am I'm a content creator over there, but also I'm a moderator, and I let it go because if it's not violent or defaming, I let it slide. You know what I'm saying? If you're not attacking somebody individually, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to the point where it's like, nah, I'm not cool with that. And believe me, I'm a tough moderator because certain things I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna let that go. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because I don't want nobody. Listen, as much as people, if you never really get a chance to know who I am, come on my show or even just listen to me at some of these other people's podcasts, because you know what I'm saying, let's be respectful, let's be as friendly as possible. You know what I'm saying? I understand we're emotional, and when we caught up in certain spaces, certain times, and it's hard for us to get our thoughts and our point across without using adult language.
Right.
But we have to be creative, Knicks fans. Just like in this situation right now. We need to retaliate. But how do we retaliate without being so direct? You understand what I'm saying? We have to be smarter. That's just what it is at the end of the day.
Agreed.
To get your, you know what I'm saying? To get yours back, we get it by victories. We don't sink down to their level. But to some point, we have to send a message. So think about that. You know what I'm saying? You can still send a message, without sinking down to somebody's level. In other words, we ain't got to snatch Embiid's legs, because if we just snatched Embiid's leg, the whole team would have got fined. You know what I'm saying? The whole team would have got suspended.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because that's Adam Silver's boy. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do anything about certain things. You just got to figure out a better way to deal with it and not look soft in the process. Let them know that you here. But the Knicks, I think they're starting to get it. They're going to continue to complain. I get it, but I think even Brunson is starting to realize, you know what, whatever. There was a point in the game in game 3 where Brunson just did his thing. He looked over to the refs and did this. He's like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever.
All
Because
right,
at
but
some
now,
point he's like, okay, I can't depend on you guys to see what's happening and call it fairly. Let me just go do what I got to do. And I like that because Brunson had a good game. I mean, we can't complain about Brunson. Brunson looked good in game 3. That wasn't the reason why we lost. Yeah,
yes
he
and
had a
no.
couple. Well,
Yes and no.
he had a couple bad turnovers. But a lot of guys didn't play great down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And then, like I said, the defense, it comes down to that one quarter. That one quarter really made a difference and put us behind the 8 ball. That third quarter was huge.
I'm not gonna put it on the third quarter, Ron. I'm gonna put it more so on the fourth quarter, because our heads were already taken out of the game.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That fourth quarter, because we could have played a little bit better and been more efficient. And that starts with JB. You know what I'm saying? JB needs to realize when he can be effective on the offensive end, because it's the timely shots that he needs to hit. It's not about the points. If he can get, let's say, Precious Achua off to the point where he's scoring 15 points and he's a problem. He's exposing a weakness. You understand what I'm saying? Versus him trying to expose the weakness. You understand what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying? Now they have to double. They have to triple. They have to come down on this guy. And now he's wide open for a shot, or even none of that. But the hockey pass to say from McBride to, let's say, Hart or even DiVincenzo. You understand what I'm saying? Get those players off, because when they get hot, it's a problem. Especially DiVincenzo.
Listen, I'm with you, Corey. I hear you and what you're saying, but when I look at what Jalen Brunson did in that game, how he shot 48% from the field and 42% from 3, and he had 13 assists, he was passing the ball. Is this guys, you know, what happens is guys either when they had the opportunity, I don't want to say that either, because Hart shot well, OG Anunoby shot well, Hartenstein shot well. Miles shot 42%, 50. Yeah, he shot well. The only person who didn't shoot well was Dante. And another thing about Dante, he didn't get up enough shots. He only shot 7 times. Like, we need Dante to be more active than that. He was 2 for 7, 28%. He took 3 threes. He missed all 3 of them. What happened with Dante? Like, why wasn't he more active?
Well,
I don't know.
You didn't see his eye. He got
busted
in his eye.
Oh, okay. See, here's the thing. I mean, you guys don't know this, but I was traveling. I was watching the game on my phone in between like stops on the train. Then I got off the train, so I might have missed when he got busted in his eye.
I mean, he went up for a layup, and Kyle Lowry. What does Kyle Lowry do best?
Just
plays dirty. Came in and basically took him out the game. And this is like in the first quarter.
Wow. Okay. Well, that explains that, because I thought that was weird. I'm like, because I looked and I was like, yeah, you know, the Knicks actually shot pretty well, except for Dante, and I'm like, that's surprising. And he only took 7 shots. That was kind of interesting.
See, what Corey was saying, I kind of said that before you came on earlier, that I'd seen about Brunson, Corey. And my feeling is this: look, he's pretty much telegraphing our game plan because Philadelphia, the way they're playing it is Brunson. They're just keying in on Brunson. But if Brunson can get the other players off, that makes them have to worry about OG, have to worry about Dante, have to worry about the other players, worry about everything. You know, I would like to see Jalen Brunson more get his in the flow. You know, let's flow, man. Let's get everybody involved. Let everybody touch the ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, because right now what's happening is they're just keying on you, and that's taking us out. And let me say, people are saying, OG, he's not effective. But sometimes this guy don't even get 6 shots. And it don't look right, bro. Your point guard has 30 shots, and then the other guys have 9 and 6 shots. It just don't.
Right.
It's not a good look.
But that's the thing, Double A, and I agree with both what you and Corey are saying in general. But in this particular game, I'm talking about game 3. In this particular game, OG shot 11 times. He has 17 points. You know, Hart shot 16 times. He had 20. Hartenstein shot 12 times, and you know, most likely a lot of that was coming from Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? He had 14 points. So guys were getting the ball, and he had 13 assists.
But if
Jalen Brunson averages around 7.
If a guy shoots 44%, he should be getting more than damn 7 or 8 or 9 shots, Ron. This is what I'm saying. Your point guard is taking 30 shots, and a guy that shoots 44% is only getting 7 shots a game. You're not using a weapon.
But who are you talking about that only got 7 shots?
OG. I mean, he got more shots.
I know, but OG
game.
shot. But OG had 11 shots in this game.
This game, but
but this is the game that
other games he only gets.
But I hear what you're saying, Double A. But those other games we won, like, you know, game 1, game 2, we won. This game we lost, and those guys got shots, and they were part of the offense. Here's what I'm saying, and I understand what you guys are saying. Like, you don't want to say necessarily it's the third quarter. But I'm just wondering, how can you not say it's the third quarter? Because this was a close game if you look at it. In
the third quarter is where they walked us down.
Right. In quarter 1, the Knicks outscored Philadelphia 29-27. So even though we were beating them by 2 points, it was a close game. We couldn't pull away from them, right? Quarter 2, the Knicks outscored Philly 29-28. We had a 1-point lead. So basically we were up by 3 going into the half, right? But we couldn't pull away. Wow. Quarter four, the Knicks outscored them 29-27. We had a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter. They did what they could to win that quarter as best they could. But in the third quarter, 43-27.
We didn't match their intensity in the third quarter.
And they shot 75% from 3. They shot 77% from the field.
No,
but who was that clown? Who was that clown that was hitting those threes? And he was playing out of his game. It's not the guy that came in off the bench. Who?
Oh, no. He only hit 1.
No. I'm talking about that one guy. What's his name? They picked him up at the trade.
No, I know who you're talking about. He only hit 1. That's why. If you was watching me when he hit that 3, I don't like him. I never liked Cameron Payne. Okay, Cameron Payne is a clown. He's been a clown in Phoenix. He just has clown antics. He does something out there. He acts like he's P. Diddy. He's dancing on him.
He was shooting like this, man. He was shooting like this, all crooked.
All of that stuff. And in the third quarter, he only hit 1 3. And he was shimmying like he's Mark Jackson, doing all this stupid dance. I don't like dudes like that. He's a clown to me, right? He's a clown. Kyle Lowry hit a 3, right? Kelly Oubre hit a 3. But the majority of those threes that was cooking us in that third quarter was from Tyrese Maxey and Embiid. So it's just that we gave them good looks. They retaliated. We were hitting big threes because Josh Hart hit some big shots in that third. But it's like every time we get a shot, they hit a shot, and we just didn't play good defense in that third. We allowed them to go off from the perimeter, and 9 times 3, that's 27 points. That's not good.
That's not good. Our perimeter defense needs to be a hell of a lot better. It needs to be a hell of a lot better. Our intensity needs to be there. We can't get taken out of the game mentally. That's what happened. They did their job. They they took us from being focused to being unfocused.
Yeah.
And by just those antics, you know what I'm saying? We going to the rim, or even with JB, like my man said, Double A, he's trying to get out to the fast break, and this dude's grabbing his jersey. You know what I'm saying? Or we're going for a layup, and this dude is pushing us in the air. Lowry and this dude. We have to get over the fact of what is going on and play through this. We've been there before. Miami has done this to us. You understand what I'm saying? The fact that we up 2 games is what's saving us. You understand what I'm saying? So now we've been there, we've done that. Let's match the intensity. Y'all want to get physical? I'm gonna start it off real early. No. You get a good shove, you get a good push, you get a good elbow. You know what I'm saying? Send a message like, nah, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Listen.
We gotta stop being a pin cushion and start being a pin.
You're right. We need to be. We got to match their intensity, match their physicality. Because the stuff that you're saying we have done, but we've done in spurts, right? Like, you know, the grabbing of the jersey, the holding. We saw Brunson do that to Maxey on that, and when we came back in the game too, he got away with it. So if you can get away with it too, you should be doing the same thing. We got to do the same thing they're doing to us. This is the playoffs. They let things go. Let's go. Let's get it done. Let me shout out. There's so many people in the chat. I see some new names and stuff. I'm gonna try to give you all a shout out, but please bear with me. I don't want to take too much time away from the show, but I'm gonna try to shout you guys out as best I can. We also got my guy backstage. I'll bring him up in a second. Shout out to Bobby Santiago. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Let me read. He's got thank you for the super chat, my brother. He says, salute. The league doesn't want us going anywhere. You will see how things will start swaying Philly's way. No flagrant 2 on Embiid. The league doesn't want the Knicks to win. Go Knicks. I know. You just have to fight through it. You got to fight through it. I was actually surprised. Listen, no one's more surprised than me that the Knicks were even getting the calls we were getting in game 1 and 2. I was like, this is weird. And then people talk about, look, Philly fans is getting all besides themselves. Look at the Knicks getting all these calls. We don't get calls all year. I was shocked we was getting these calls. I don't know what's happened. As I said before, the NBA is trying to make these games a series. You know what I mean? They are trying to. They don't want people getting swept. If they can avoid it, they want to prolong this as much as they can. They got revenue. They got commercials being aired. You know what I mean? It's all business. So it is what it is. That's why we knew going into Philly that now Philly's going to start getting the calls because that's what they do. Look at what's happening in the West. LeBron and the Lakers are going crazy. We ain't getting no calls. No, it's not that you're not getting no calls. You're not better than Denver. Denver just like hijos, my sons, mi niños. Denver got your number out there. That's what's happening. It's bad. It's bad business. Whew.
They know how to beat you. They got your kryptonite.
Oh, it's horrible. Yo, was it 11 in a row? Ouch.
Cabrón.
Ouch. That's crazy. Anyway, shout out to Stream Elements for always keeping me in tune. Thanks for subscribing, Lagisha Casey. All right. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the show.
I mean, it's so bad. They got me. Y'all was doing good, Ron. I was doing good. I didn't buy a pack of cigarettes for a whole month until the other night. I've been rocking with my vape, and I just after that I just went to the store and bought a pack of cigarettes. I said, F it.
Man, look what's happening. Look how they're changing the world out here, man. It's just no good. First is Drake, then Chris. Now
I'm on a vape.
No, that's not good. That's not good. We gotta get you back. We gotta get you back, Corey, on the straight and narrow, man. Keep working, baby. Shout out to Money Ma in the building. Appreciate you. Hey, my guy, you late, but you always here, brother. Jigga Man Portal in the building. Oh yeah, time for positivity. Yeah, yes, my guy Jigga.
Yo, I couldn't even do the positivity. I was so upset the other day. I was like, man, I can't be positive.
No
we
positive.
need it, man. We need it.
Nothing positive.
You talking about some therapy? Yo, after this year, man, I'm gonna need some major therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we come so far, and now here we go with this BS. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
serious?
crazy. All right, let me see if I can do this rapid fire, guys. I'm gonna shout y'all out, but I can't read all your stuff because, like I said, I want to keep the show going, and there's a lot of people in the chat, so please understand, bear with me. And I know, obviously, it is what it is. This is not just my show; it just happens that way. Obviously, the people who give super chats and stuff, they do get their stuff read. It's a priority. You can't not do that. So I'm sorry. I don't want to make it seem one-sided, but one is 139 people rocking. I can't read everything from everybody. I'll be here all day. So it is what it is, but I appreciate y'all. Let me shout everybody out. Okay. And the coffee's getting me and all up in the patella. No. West Coast Knicks is West Coast Knicks is in the building. Salute to you. 19 Con Man is in the building. Salute. What's good? Kel's in the building. Okay, Kel's. Physical and being dirty is different. Yeah, but they got both of those locked up. Let me see here. I don't think I might have. Maybe I didn't. Knicks will be 2020. Whoa, what year is that? Knicks will be 2024 NBA champs is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. My guy, Sha Pow is in the building. What's good, Sha? Josh, aka Uncle Fulio, is in the building. I'll read his real quick because Josh just, why do fans complain about stuff they cannot change like the officials? Yeah, I don't know, bro. We just have to deal with. I mean, we're gonna complain because it upsets us, but it's, we know deep down we all know. It's this game is rigged.
Coming from a cat who wants to trade, Yo, he wants to trade.
We know, you can't change it, but you don't want to internalize that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to internalize that.
Nah, man.
Let it out. Let them feel you.
Sorry. Let me bring Mets in here while I'm still reading this. I don't want Mets to just be sitting there backstage. Mets.
Hey guys.
What's up, brother?
Oh, you got a haircut. I just 24 hours. Switched it up. What's up, man? What curly locks?
I'm gonna be blunt. If we're gonna
Well, hold on, Mets. If you're gonna be blunt, you need a moment. Hold on. Let me just continue to say what's up to some people before we get back to you, because I know we're gonna go somewhere after that. Charm Boy 72A. Wait, hold on. I think I'm reading this wrong. Charm Boy 72 Able. Am I missing something? I feel like there's something hidden there that I'm not reading correctly. I do this from time to time. Charm Boy 7 Table, maybe. I don't know. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here and rocking. Hold on. AJ Gaming in the build. Oh, AJ, what's good? Good to see you, my brother. Parrish Doug is in the build. Hey, Parrish, what's good? Very upset with OG and iHeart for not responding physically and competitively with Embiid. Shame on both of them. Play Sims against Embiid on the perimeter, so he has to play inside the 3 line. I can rock with that. Martin Olaude Ruiz. I don't know if I pronounced that right in the middle, but shout out to you, Martin. Thank you for being here. And if you're new, please hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate you. Hope you like the show and the content. My guy Cam from the Kickback is in the building. Salute, Cam. Appreciate you. Good to see you as always. Boogie Down BX is in the building. Salute, Boogie Down. My guy D-Block in the building. Salute everyone, and my brother Ron. Good to see you. Drip Moore, the preferred barber of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community, is in the building. Now the show can start, guys. Let's go. What up, Drip Moore? Corey Lindsay is in the building. Salute. Ron, do you feel confident the Knicks will go up 3-1? I do. Keyshawn is in the building. What up, Keyshawn? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my brother. Nick D in the building. What's good, Nick D? Salute. They really didn't shoot good if they had ejected him in the first half. Yeah. They shot 18% in the first quarter, by the way. So Philadelphia definitely started playing better in those other quarters. Let's go. Let me see. CT Pittman in the building. Salute. What's good, CT? Hope you're doing well, my brother. Always good to see you. Appreciate you. My guy Chop Low in the building. What up? What's good, brother? Hope you're doing well. My guy Cully. Yo, let me tell you something, Cully. When I just want to chill, I mean, that song is fire, B. Listen, if y'all haven't gone to Cully's Instagram page, go to Cully's Instagram page and check out his joint. I know people have talked about it already, but not everybody's gone. That joint is fire. The video is beautiful. Whoever shot it, I know it's Jay Boogie's guy that he uses. That dude does great work. They shot well. The song is fire. Good job, Cully. Appreciate you. Shout out to AP in the building. Salute. What's good? All right, I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost done. I did shout out Money Mall. Shout out to Money Mall once again. CC in the building. The man, the Don Cartagena himself is in the building. Salute. Was good. I think I shouted out Kenny Payne. Salute to you, Kenny. DJ Desi in the building. What up, DJ? Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I think this is your first time here. If it is, please support the show. Hit that like button and subscribe if you like the content. Pet 34 in the building, Heat and 6. Okay, I see where your head's at. And listen, that's why I usually have this on subscriber mode, but I know we in the playoffs. I want the Heat fans to come in here. That's okay. You can come on in. Listen to how the other half lives. Don't worry. 3-1 tomorrow. You see, that's okay. We here. Heat in 6 years, you mean? Heat in 6. Get out of here. JM3 in the building. Salute. If his knee dies, it dies. Don't care if Embiid gets hurt. Oh, wow. Ooh, tell him, say it with your chest. I see where you at. Okay.
Don't blame him for saying that.
I'm sure, but I hear you. More Knicks TV. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Time to sub Sims. I agree. Embiid, I'm talking old school wood. Yeah, that's right. That's how you use your time effectively. Get Sims in there, couple elbows, couple shimmies, you know what I mean? Jump up. Oh, wait, that was your foot. My bad. You know what I mean? Couple of those. Just a little something. I'm not saying that's the way I want to win. I'm just saying that's what needs to happen.
Here's my
so
problem.
Y'all know it's real.
Here's the issue with that, though. You think, Tibby's going to put Sims in? No.
Well, I mean, he may have to. He may have to.
We don't know. So just let's take our Miss Cleo hats off and just allow the man do his job.
A-Train, salute to you, my brother. Good to see you. Knicks need Spree, Starks, and all of them 90s Knicks sitting on the sidelines to give them that pep talk. Facts. Not for nothing. Yeah, man. It helps. Planet F is in the building. Okay, Planet F. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate you. I think this is my first time seeing you here. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you like the content. Level Up Lagoon. Sounds very.
Even getting
Give me a
dirty.
second. I gotta do something real quick, Ron. I'm still here though.
Okay. I don't know about that. I think what so here's the thing, guys. We talked about this already, but I'm just gonna say it again for the average person that just goes off of emotion. If Mitch stepped up and got into Embiid's face there, Embiid looked like he was with all the smoke, right? Because he was in his head about something. He was already mad. What do you think that's gonna go? Because if Mitch goes into his face and Embiid comes with that same way he was trying to talk to Dante, like what you gonna do? If he says that to Mitch and Mitch does something, what happens to the Knicks in the rest of the series? Mitch is gonna get kicked out and get suspended. That's what's gonna happen. And maybe somebody else on the Knicks is gonna get suspended. And if somebody leaves the bench, they automatically getting suspended. I'm just saying that stuff that used to happen in the 90s, was I with it? Of course I was with it. That was my team. But do I think it hurt us in the end? Yeah. And one of those series, it definitely hurt us when we had all those people that got kicked out.
Miami 97.
It definitely hurt us.
But it can't be 6'4" Dante DiVincenzo and 7'2" Embiid's face. It's got to be somebody that presents some type of challenge.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Somebody that lets them know, I'm watching you. You know, because he is abusing our smaller players too. Come on, man, he's a bully. He's 7'2", 300 pounds.
If only Jackson had drafted Jokic in 2015.
Yeah.
or 24.
Shout out to my guy Craig. Craig, good to see you, my brother, in the building. Of course, you, aka Ball Hog. Brunson needs to pass more and get his team hot first.
True.
I hear you. He had 13 assists. I'm just saying.
But
And the Knicks shot well outside of Dante. Dante was the only person who didn't shoot well. Everybody else shot well. So I would think they got hot.
When you consider Dante got nailed in the eye, what can he do?
Yeah. But I hear you, Craig. As always, I always respect everybody's opinion, and I understand where it's coming from. I'm just saying certain things, you know, maybe there's some other factor that happened that we got to look at. Dwayne Vogel in the building. Yeah, I know. How dare the refs let Embiid get away with that? I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
crazy. Shout out to you, Dwayne. Obviously, Metz is here. You, of course, always permission. Yeah, you here.
As I was saying.
Hold on, couple more. Hold on. Vicanti. You got me on this one.
So y'all wasn't crying after game 2, Money Mar?
I think it's Vicanti. I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess, but I think that 3 is a part of something here. It's just, you know, instead of an E. So y'all wasn't crying after game 2, Money Mar? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Miami love in the building. Shout out to you, baby. That's okay. It's all right. You can get yours off. We may not agree with it, but you're allowed to speak. Inside Source in the building. Salute. G Robinson's in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. TY is in the building. What up, Ty?
Yeah,
yes,
right.
He is. Joel Embiid is public enemy #1. I'm just telling you, that's what he is. Yeah, everybody who had Joel
Nick.
Nick. Everybody who had Joel Embiid on your wish list, that's off. You don't want that from Santa now.
And as far as I'm concerned, tomorrow we gotta play like we're playing for blood, like we're out for blood. Embiid's blood.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I see where you're going, Mets. Zong and Topper is dumb guys. Now, this is a name that I can fathom. This is different. Shout out to you. He said Mitchell Robinson plays Joel Embiid more physical and Embiid mad and frustrated he couldn't handle Mitch.
Which is the way of a coward. So I say break his damn ankle.
Okay. I see what's going on here. I see there's a lot of hostility.
On the hardwood, grab that leg, put it in an ankle lock, grapevine the leg, and hold it until he taps out. Consequences be damned.
Ooh, okay. You don't like a Cobra clutch, you know, maybe?
Been there.
Whatever.
It's kind of easy to get out with someone that big. You need
to
take
got
the
you.
legs out. So in that case, trip him up, give him the angle-style ankle lock with the grapevine, and then snap his leg like a twig.
Oh, this is Mets is getting.
We ain't doing that, man.
Deep.
Come on now.
back
Shout out to D-Ras in the building. Salute D-Ras. Appreciate you. You know, it is what it is, man. Shout out to Crime's dad. Appreciate you. Shout out to Eddie F in the building. Nah, man. I'm gotta shout you out, brother. You here, you supporting, you deserve the shout out. He's like, Ron, do not shout me out. I'm shouting you out. Salute Saturday Knicks with Ron. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Humanizing Embiid.
Malik Shabazz in the what up, brother Baz? Appreciate you, bro. Peace, fellas. Good show. First time listening to y'all. I'll be subscribing. Keep up the provocative convo and New York Knicks content. Fourth guy, Shabazz, Patterson, New Jersey. Okay, what's good? Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate the support, man. Hopefully, like I said, you like the content and continue to rock with us, man. That's what we're here for.
I go.
Once a Nick, always a Nick is in the building. Appreciate you. I feel bad for Mets. Hopefully, he can come back. He didn't really get his takeoff yet, and he got to go already. I hear you, Mets. Shout out to George Jones in the building. Some good old fashioned trash talk between fan bases is always good. Yeah, it's true. So we, it is what it is. It's all right. We okay. We got thick skin. We Knicks fans. Robert Woodard is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. John 17 is in the building. Salute. Put Robert Woodard up there. Shout out to Robert Woodard. Okay. All right. I did the best I could. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. The official payback is in the building. I agree with Craig. If we don't win tomorrow and get extra physical, we lose the series. That might be the case. That might be the case. And thank you, Stream Elements, for letting me know that's Malik Shabazz is a subscriber now. Appreciate you, Shabazz, once again. Thank you, brother. All right, man. So, okay. Well, Mets, you're not here to get yours off. It is what it is. Corey will probably be back. He might have got a call or whatever. But back to what it is. We already talked about yeah, nah.
Now, what about strategy? I mean, seriously, the Knicks, and the thing is our coach supposed to be this great defensive. Do you think that he can come up for a game plan to stop those two players? Because for me, other than Embid and Maxey, I fear no one else on that Philadelphia team. I don't think nobody in that team single-handedly, neither in the group of them or individually can whoop us. Okay, so the two people we have to worry about taking out is Embid and Maxey. Okay, and if we realize in game one they both scored over 30 points and we still whooped them. Okay, so the thing is not to get stupid and give them 50 points. You know what I mean? Come on, man, 50 points. The bleeding should have stopped. You know what I mean? But I think, Ron, really, as far as at center, we need to use Isaiah's mobility a little bit more against Embiid. This goes back to what Clyde Frazier was talking about, making him move, okay, making him work on that knee, making him run. And the only player that I see that can do that at center would be either Jericho, but mostly, since Isaiah's starting, I mean, that should be the strategy, pick and rolls, things like that. And Isaiah can put the ball on the floor a little bit or whatever. Obviously, if Mitchell Robinson comes back and he's good to go, I would let the monster go against the monster against monster. And Mitch, I'm sure, is the type that he's going to have a big bone to pick, But, that being said, we need to concentrate on Embiid. We can't let him go off for 50 points, Ron. It just can't happen and expect to win. Not only that, he gets the crowd going. He gets his teammates going. The rah, 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 rah. And, the last thing I want to see is stupid-ass Cameron Payne, celebrating it. I mean, he looks ridiculous.
He's as man, I hate being the old head.
They let a turtle, he looked like they pulled a turtle out of his shell and just threw him out there. He's out there like just free. You know what I mean?
As the young people like to say, he looks like he's a goofy. That's what they call him. He's a goofy.
I hate that dude. I hate that dude. And he's acting like he's an all-star. He's an all-star.
He's the worst, man. I don't like. He's a part of that Phoenix. Like I say, he's a part of that Phoenix Suns culture that look like clowns out there doing stupid stuff and dancing all the time instead of focusing on playing basketball. Like just clown stuff, clown behavior. He's just one of them guys coming in there. Whatever. Okay, it is what it is.
I got a hypothetical question for you. It's in the back of my mind, man. I don't want it to fester because I don't want to think about it. It would be just it would just stab me in the heart so bad if we were to lose this series. Okay? But if we were to lose this series, would they put it on the fact that we didn't have Julius as the fact that we didn't advance?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Why not use an excuse? Why not use an excuse to say, listen, look, let's just call a spade a spade. We as Knicks fans are going to use an excuse when it benefits us, right? If it makes sense, if it's real, we'll use it if it makes sense. But this Knicks team has been able to beat Philadelphia without Julius Randle. Now, granted, when we beat him, Joel Embiid wasn't there. So you could say that because we have to face them with Embiid, we need a physical guy because the thing is, and this is why I think, you know what? This is a perfect time to bring it up. Let's talk about it now. So I have been watching, like I said, I've been busy, but when I have had time, I've been all over Twitter and all over Instagram, and I'm watching people continuing to talk trash about Julius Randle. Some people are like, man, if Julius was here, this wouldn't be happening. Others are like, well, oh, if Julius was here, we'd be down 3 games to none. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, you know how Julius plays in the playoffs? He shoots 26%. Like, we got to get out of this whole negative defeatist attitude that we have as people, as fans of the Knicks, when it comes to our team. Things happen, you know what I mean? There's issues that have popped up. Julius Randle, when he played in the playoffs a few years back against Atlanta, got doubled and triple teamed.
He was
and
all we had, Ron.
he was all we had, and he looked bad, right? But the Knicks didn't have anybody else. When we got doubled and triple team, who did he pass the ball to that stepped up?
Nobody.
You know, we had RJ, we had Obi Toppin, who he didn't play bad for that being his first playoff series, but it's not like he did enough to help us win the game. Like, we didn't have many options. He had nobody to pass to. Did he handle it the best way? Probably not. But he also didn't know what to do. And the coaching staff didn't make proper adjustments to kind of figure out ways to get Julius open, back cuts, curls, screens, different things to stop from them being able to double and triple team Julius. It was a smart game plan, and it worked to perfection. The difference is now that Jalen Brunson is here, this team is different. Jalen's got guys like Jalen's got Dante. Jalen's got OG. He's got other guys he could throw the ball to when he gets doubled. And let's not forget, he's also got Deuce when Deuce is out there playing with him. Deuce's resurgence of being able to shoot the rock has been huge for if we didn't have that, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that work in Brunson's favor that Julius
We might have
been
in the play-in. We might have been in the play-in.
Yeah, we might have. The other thing
Seriously.
too is I don't like people to continue to say once again that like, I get it. Julius hasn't looked all-star caliber in the playoffs, but he hasn't looked like a bum all throughout his playoff history. In the Miami series, he had 2.5 good games, like 2 good games and another half of a good game. And it helped us win.
Playing on a bum ankle.
Correct. So all I'm saying is that the narrative that he stinks in the playoffs, I can't say it yet. That's why I was really hoping that he was going to be able to play this year, so that way we know definitively if he is a prime time player or not. But look, once again, an injury robs him of the opportunity. This time he can't even play hurt. He's out. So I don't like that whole thing that Julius is a bum or something, or we'd be losing if he was here. First off, why? Just because it's the playoffs? Listen, in January when we had everybody healthy, we were running through whoever we played. It didn't matter who we faced. So what's the difference now? Because just attach a playoffs to it. We would have had enough firepower that you can't double team Jalen Brunson. You can't double team Julius Randle. You got OG in the corner. You got Dante around the perimeter. You had Deuce coming in around the perimeter. Like, who do you stop? Right. That's why it would have mattered. That's why it's different. So that's all I'm saying.
But
like,
Jalen Brunson has to play like we still have Julius Randle out there and realize you got to use these guys. Let the OG step up. OG has been dying to take more than 7 to 8 shots a game, and he should, shooting 44% from the three-point line. He should. Okay, use your team. Play like you were playing when Julius Randle was here. You were getting yours, but you were getting yours in the flow. You know, you got to understand Dante can shoot. Okay, these guys can. You got 2 players in your starting lineup to shoot close to 40% range for 3-point. Use them. You got to use them. You know what I see is I see a lot of forced shots, John and Ron. I see a lot of hero ball. And that's not how we got here. We didn't get here a hero ball. That game against San Antonio Spurs near the end of the season, where everybody was praising Brunson for scoring 61 points, the one thing they failed to do is to look at the final score. We lost. And don't tell me that game didn't count for nothing, because it counted for something. We were still battling for playoff position, so that game counted for something. So if anything, that one game should have showed us that even Brunson playing like Superman, we can't win. We have to win as a team. You notice
I
when
agree with you.
Brunson scores 30, 40 points and DiVincenzo scores 25 and somebody else has 18, we win. But games Brunson has 39 and then the next guy that scores has, barely reaches double figures, that's showing you that the other team, the only thing they had to worry about was Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson was the one shooting.
Yeah.
So I ain't got to
true.
worry about guarding my man because you ain't going to get the ball, buddy. I'm off tonight. Who I'm guarding tonight? OG? Shit. He ain't going to shoot, 7 times a night? I got this.
Yeah, guys got to step up and be more aggressive, especially now more than ever. And so now that's another thing. The focus changes too, because I don't know if Mitch is going to play tomorrow, and I don't think he will. But if he does, he'll probably be limited. So the Knicks have to understand that's going to affect their defense. So they have to. It's almost like you have to hit a switch. All right, how do we stop these guys as best we can? But more importantly, if we can't stop them the way we were trying to stop them before, now we need to figure out ways to score fast, score more than them. We got to outscore them. That's how you got to do it. You don't have the defense now to stop, especially a big man like Embiid. How do we outscore them? How do we put more points up on the board? We got to get faster transitions, get second chance points, rebounds. We got to get more possessions. Whatever, you got to do that stuff. This is what the Knicks have to do.
You're right on that. We got to play fast, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough but the good thing about it is that's another thing that benefits the Knicks with playing Philadelphia. Both these teams are slow. Like as far as, Maxey is a speed demon, but the teams themselves, the way they play is slow. So if the Knicks want to try to push the pace or up the tempo a little bit and try things different, they can do that with Philly because, you're pushing Philly too because Philly's not used to playing that way either. So this is that helps.
And you make Embiid use his leg.
Gotta make him now more than ever. Now you got to make him use his legs. You push him out there on the perimeter, let him take them long shots. But if he's not, or if he decides to come in, you know what I mean? Make him work. And start.
But if we're playing an up and down, fast-paced game, that benefits us, Ron, because he's having to work that knee. He's having to work that knee. He's having to work that knee. He's going to need more breaks, and we have to take advantage of when he's out of the game.
Agreed. That's interesting. Let me see something real quick. You said that. Where is it? Summary. No, it's not here. Come on, Ron. Where is it? Game charts. There we go. Here we go. No, this is quarter 3. I want to see all periods. All right. What is it? Yeah, so fast break points, it was 16-11 favoring the Knicks in that game. I mean, that's still better than them, but even that, I'm like, let's push the pace even more. Let's get back to Josh Hart grabbing. I mean, Josh Hart has been great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's been shooting great from the perimeter, which is shocking. But let's get Josh back in transition, grabbing that rebound off and pushing it up and down the floor. Let's get Deuce pushing up and down the floor. That's not necessarily Brunson's game too much. He will here and there, but let's get Deuce and Josh pushing the ball up the court. And even OG. OG is sneaky fast for his size.
Yeah.
He moves. So let's get OG pushing the ball too, man. Let's run. Let's get these guys running. I'm with that plan. My only thing that I worry about is that if you do try to push that pace, especially on a Tibbs run team where guys play high 30, 40 plus minutes, they get tired and Tibbs don't go to the bench to give these guys a breather. So and I kind of feel like sometimes Tibbs plays this way because he knows I'm playing these guys and they're going to play the whole game. And I don't want to tire them out even more than they will be. That's why I sometimes feel like they push the pace slowly and they don't try to speed things up. I could be wrong, but I be feeling that way.
And that hurts us to a point that we can't take advantage of Embiid's leg and make him hustle. And the thing is don't run up and down the court like trying to get like a 2-on-1 or whatever. Play fast, but make Embiid have to cross that half court line. Don't make him, so fast you run down court, reckless abandon, and Embiid is still in the backcourt because now you're saving him. You don't even have to cross a half court line. You're shooting the ball before he even has to cross. You know, I mean, play fast, get into sets fast or whatever, but still make them have to run back and forth, not like stay in the back. Oh, Josh Hart gets the rebound, and before you know it, he's 2-on-1 down court, and then B doesn't even have to cross half court, Ryan. You know what I mean? Okay, I can chill now. Either we make the layup or miss the shot, and he's already in position to have an advantage.
That's true. And plus, let me put this invite out there once again. If anybody wants to come up on the open panel and chop it up, but more importantly, all you Miami Heat fans, I see that's like 3 or 4 of y'all in the chat. If y'all want to come up here and chop it up, like I said, this is an open panel. This is a Knick channel, but this is the playoffs. We welcome to chop it up. You welcome to come up here and give your takes, and we can have a nice little dialogue. We'd love to have you up here. You know, so because a lot of people are you know, they say stuff in the chat, but they won't come and have an open dialogue about it on the panel. And let's just have a nice conversation. You know, this is the, if you worried about going on a Knick channel and being able to talk and get your stuff off without being ridiculed, and this is the place to do it. I'll let you get yours off, and we'll go back and forth. You might get fired on somewhere else, but I'm just letting you. This is a safe place. I'm not gonna agree with you unless you say something that I have to respect. But you know, you'll have a chance to get yours off though. So by all means, feel free to come up. Anyway, shout out to the official payback. He said Bobby Portis and Marcus Morris was on the team, and not one person came into a game calling out the Knicks. We need that back. They had more respect than we have now. Yeah, I mean, we don't have that level of toughness from a big, powerful, enforcing type of guy. Because believe me when I tell you, the Knicks are trying to play as smart as they can. And I agree with that because we need these guys. But we got a guy on the team that's a goon. He will do it. We don't need him to do it because we need him more. We need him more now than ever. And that's Josh Hart. You guys don't think this team is soft. I'm going to say this again to you Miami people out there. Don't think this team is soft. Josh Hart ain't soft. He's just being extremely smart because he realizes
OG either.
OG either. But Josh Hart is realizing that he's doing something right now that is really important to the team. It's not just his defense, his rebounding is huge. We need Josh's rebounding. Plus, he's been knocking down shots. Listen, you can't not have Josh Hart out there right now the way he's playing. We need that. And he realizes, like, okay, I actually need to be out here. Let me not go too crazy. You know, that's smart. So it's not about being soft. We've seen Josh Hart get thrown out for less. Okay, so I'm not questioning that. All I'm gonna say is we are at a situation where we're still very comfortable. They're still very confident in the fact that they can beat Philadelphia. I don't want it to get that way, but let the Knicks start getting desperate. Let Philly tie this series 2-2. You start to see the Knicks getting a little different out there. Right now we're comfortable. We're trying to be smart. We need all our guys. We're dealing with injuries. One of our best players is out. He's not even going to play with us. He's going to watch from the sidelines. And then we got another guy who just got hurt. Like, they're not going to do nothing to be stupid because that's what Philly needs. First off, I don't care what you Philly fans are saying. And I said Miami fans. Yeah, it looks like Miami fans and Philly fans. I don't know what's in here, but it looks like Philly even they think they're the better team. They're not the better team than the Knicks. Both teams healthy. The Knicks are a better team. It is what it is. But right now we're not healthy. And say what you will about Embid playing on a bum leg and he's got the Bell's palsy, whatever. He's able to play. If he can go out there and run around and complain and jump up and down and waving his hands, that knee is okay enough for him to move around and play. So I don't want to use that as an excuse. He's not 100%, but this is the playoffs. A lot of people aren't 100%. So I'm not going to use that as an excuse anymore. I was giving him that before because when he heard it in the first game, he looked bad. He don't look that way now. He looks like he's moving around up and down the floor. So, okay, his knee is good to me. Shout out to Lane Heltzer. I know this is your first time. I never seen you in the chat. Shout out to you. He said we need to learn to drive Chance at the Garden on Tuesday for Ubre. Okay. Yeah, I saw that Ubre got into another accident of some sort. He got into an accident when he was on his bike. Now he's getting into a different accident. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Official payback. Well, all you got to do is if you have a device, your phone or whatever, you know, click the link is in the chat. You click on the link, come into the StreamYard, and you can jump up on the panel. As long as you keep it cool, no disrespectful stuff, no foul language and getting crazy up here, you're allowed to get your take off. And we rock with you, brother. So yeah, the link is in the chat if you want to pop up. You can pop up on a laptop or on your phone. And yeah, we go from there. Slim Slam is in the building. Mitchell needs to be that dude right now. I mean, if we can get him back healthy, it'd be great. John's in the building. Sixers in 6. Woo, we look at all these Sixers people in the chat. Let's go. The Sixers coming in deep. Pause.
Out your mind.
D-Train is in the building. Said coach won't let the player retaliate. Our team is disciplined and focused. Okay, I like that. JCA Sport, they don't have enough to beat Philly. See, only the playoffs. I swear, all season, all year, every Saturday we doing this show. All these people never pop up. Only the playoffs brings out all the other fans, all the standard NBA fans or Philly fans because we're in the playoffs. I support it. Good to see y'all. Like I said, Malik Haddad. When I see Embid, it's on site. Love the stream, guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Malik. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. This is we're just gonna have to deal with it. Let me ask you this, Double A. Are you happy with the fact that after watching Brunson struggle in those first 2 games, he came back and looked like normal Brunson in the 3rd game? He got his shot right, 13 assists. He was playing really good basketball.
I think basically he realized just to settle down. I think he was pressing a lot to carry the load the first 2 games, and he, and it was a more balanced game because as you pouring it out, you can look at the assist total and see that he played a totally different game from the previous 2 games. But we need him to pick it up. And I sit here thinking and stewing and thinking about this game tomorrow, Ron. And I'll put it this way.
By the way, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Double A, but Payback, I see you. I'm gonna get you up in 2 seconds. I'm gonna let Double A just finish his take. Go ahead, Double A.
What I'm feeling is if our boys take a good look at themselves and look and take it personally, what happened to Mitch? Okay, man down. All right, not by his own means. Mitch didn't get hurt out there hustling. Mitch didn't go out there, get hurt on his own accord. Mitch was injured, purposely. So, we need to get a chip on our shoulder and realize if we play our game, if Dante plays his game, if OG plays his game, and Jalen plays his game, Philadelphia cannot handle us. We'll wipe them off. So my feeling is we have to go in there looking for their throat. I'm not going to go as far as go WWE like old Mets did, but what I'm saying is we got to go at them. We got to go to take them out. All right? Use full force. Play to our strength. We just that happens to be our game, the 3 ball. So let's do it. Let's hit the shots and make it. Because my feeling is if we would have hit a couple of those 3s and hit a couple of more shots, okay, I think it'd be 3-0 right now. I still believe it'll be 3-0 right now. So I'm really hyped on our team, Ron, because I think they've proven to us all season that we got some warriors on our team. Okay, they're not going to lay back, and they're not going to take an ass whooping by Philadelphia lightly. So I think you're going to see a very different New York Knicks team tomorrow. It's not going to be then. They're not going to come out there tomorrow and let shit develop. I think they're going to make it develop tomorrow. Okay, make Embid play. Okay, all right, you want to play big hoss? We're going to make you play. We're going to make you run up and down the court, make you run sideways, back and forth, do some weaves. We're going to see. All right, keep you from cheerleading. That's what we got to stop, the cheerleading. Okay, take them out. And we do that by whooping ass. Big Ron, I got to roll.
No, do what you got to do, Double A. I got you, bro. I'm going to hold it down.
I appreciate you. But we're going to get that W tomorrow, man. I strongly believe. But God bless, man, you and yours. And keep you safe.
We're going to get it tomorrow, brother. Appreciate you, Double A. I see you.
All right.
Let me bring my guy Payback up here. But let's before I do that, shout out to my brother backstage. I see you. If you listen, if you want to jump on the panel, I'll bring you up. But we gotta, we on a show, so we gotta see your face. We gotta have the camera time if you can do that. If you can't, I understand. But that's how we rocking. The chat is for the people who can't show their face. The panel is for the people who can. So if you can show your face, my guy Sport, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about. I appreciate you. I'll get you up here and we can get it cracking. But for now, until I get that going, let me get Payback up in here. Payback, what's good, my brother? Appreciate you.
What's happening, brother? What's going on? I just want to say
thanks for joining the show.
I just want to say, first off, I appreciate the show. I love the fact that we have a platform for Knicks, because really ESPN and all these other stations, they're like cheap byproducts, man. They just don't do it for us Knicks fans. You feel me? They're not for us. You feel me? But basically, let me just run it down. I see the Philly fans are excited, and that's great. This is all playoff basketball, something we wanted for ages, both teams. You know what I mean? I never wish bad on any player, our team. But I can tell you one thing. For the Philly fans saying that y'all got enough to beat us, stop it. Your team is not better than us. We have the deepest, best bench in the NBA, and you fell short. Anytime that you see a team have their star player have 20 free throws, most likely that game is rigged. Most likely they're trying to keep the game going. And I know this. I played AAU ball before, and I remember one time I was playing the CBL championship, and we was playing Christ the King. And they remember we was like in first contention, and it was a possible tie for first. And what they did is they wanted to prolong the games. So even though we had a championship run, they said the records were tied. We had to go back and run it back. Sometimes in the NBA, they want to make the most bang for your buck, so they're trying to get as much.
One second, I don't want you to don't forget your thought. I just want to say, Sport, I see you. Just give me a second. I'm gonna let Payback get his off, and I'll bring you up, my brother.
A lot of times, I feel like they try to get more bang for their buck, so they'll keep the games going longer than they should be. If the Knicks went up 3-0 last game, everybody would have been saying the series is over, and pretty much the rest would have been on vacation early or what have you, right? I feel like they drag it out for these reasons. We don't like it, but this is what happens. So for Philly fans to say it is what it is, let me tell you, I think the only problem with the Knicks is I think that we're being too respectful of Embid and the fact that he was injured, and respecting his body and giving him that space. I see Knicks players playing off of him. Before the first game, you could see how Mitchell Robinson knew that he had him in imbalance because he wasn't giving him that space to create. So if I'm defending you, there's no reason for me to be all up on you to the point that I have to put my arms up like this to block you, because all he has to do is put his arms up, and that's a foul. You know what I mean? Come up under you. But if you're giving him 2 to 3 feet of space and your hands are lateral like this, he can't create. He can't. And he's 7 foot tall. There's no way you're going to tell me he's going to create. So I think that just the way we guard him is going to be changed up really different. And I think we're going to close it out. We're going to take game 3 and game 4. And I feel like Thibs, as a coach's perspective, I feel like he planned it to be like this. I feel like he let Philly get off that game. Oh, let them blow off all that energy. They're crying to the refs and all that. We know they're going to get their calls from the refs when they go in the first game. Let them blow off that steam. We're going to play you real physical in your house tomorrow in the afternoon, and you could go home and cry to your mama when she come home from church, because it's Knicks in 5, baby. I'm telling you that.
Okay, right. I like that. I like it, Payback. Okay. All right. So let me see. There's a little different energy about to come in here. Let's see what this energy about. Let me see. Get my guy in here.
Before I go, shout out to my mom, Miss Taylor, and everybody. Right, the Knicks legacy
is bigger than just the players, Brunson, Patrick Ewing, and Carmelo Anthony, all these players that came before. Our Knicks people, the fans, we've came through, like I could say, distress in our lives, not through basketball, but through our lives in general. And sometimes we look at sports as a way out or a way of brightness or a silver lining to say, you know what, it's really great to see my team flourish. So when we see ESPN and all these guys talk crap, you know what I want all of my Knicks fans to do tomorrow? When we go in the Garden, I want the second Philly touches the ball, they get booed. I want them to get booed every time they go down the floor. I don't care whether it's Philly, whether they're in the Garden, wherever they are, they need to get booed. We need to make them feel our presence. As Knicks fans, it's time to stand up. I said this a couple years ago, and nobody really peeped this, but COVID saved Knicks fans. We used to destroy our team when we went down 10 points. We would be in there booing our team. COVID saved the Knicks culture and allowed these guys to rebuild a winning culture because they didn't have fans to be there booing them every time they went down 10 points. And we as fans realized that it's okay for a team to go down 10, 15, 20 points because you could come back. And it changed the demographic of the Knicks fan culture. And I just want to say welcome, and I'm glad to at least say that on your platform because I think nobody ever brought that to anybody's attention.
No, I mean, listen, I appreciate you saying that and getting that off, man. That's a fair point. Knicks culture was very toxic.
It was
prior to the pandemic. People
and I appreciate Randall. If you're out there, Randall, get home, get well soon, please. Because I mean, the second Randall or somebody has a bad game, they're talking about trade him. We didn't even expect Randall to be this special of a budding superstar. We did not expect this. When we got Randall, didn't we have like 9 power forwards? We had 9 power forwards. And shout out to Clinton Fortis, Marcus Morris. I wish we could somehow reunite with some of these guys because we had that toughness.
You mean
Bobby?
Knicks. Yeah, Bobby Portis.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus! If we had them guys on the team, Miami Heat, all these other guys that are saying the Knicks are soft, they would not be saying that. They would not.
Well, and listen, I'm with you. I say the same thing. It'd be nice if we had that on the team. Unfortunately, we don't. We can't add to the roster. This is the playoff roster we got. We got to go. Yeah, we got to go with it, and hopefully, we get the best out of our team, and we come out physical tomorrow. Hey, man, Payback. Thank you. Appreciate you for having the courage to come up here and talk on the panel and get yours off, man. Listen, let's go Knicks. You're welcome to come up anytime. We got shows on Saturdays, on Mondays. So by all means. Appreciate you,
I had to, man, because you know what? I feel like you have a lot of people that comment and talk about these things too. But as a former, like a big Knicks fan and a former AAU player, I feel like they act like Knicks fans don't have any culture or sense of IQ of the game. And I just wanted to show, like, look, I was in high school. I was one of the top 100 players in high school and all that stuff. And I'm a Knicks fan, and I love the Knicks. And it's Knicks till I die, orange and blue skies.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Appreciate you, Payback. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me bring up JCA Sport in the building. What up, Sport? How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming on the show.
Doing all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You sound good.
Yeah. So I'll just give a little take on it. I'm not a Knicks fan or a Philly fan. I'm a
you're just a basketball fan.
Sports fan.
Okay. But, all right.
But for real, the Knicks are a good team. But I don't think looking at man-to-man match right now, Knicks fans got to be realistic. If we were looking at the game, Philly should be up 2-1 right now. If realistically, based on the last game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on the last game, it should have been 2-1, right? I don't think they have enough if Randall is not playing. I just don't think they have enough because one guy can drop 50 or 45 any night. If Hartenstein to get in foul trouble, they're going to run away with it. You know what I mean? So it because of that one guy. Because Maxey can offset what Jalen Brunson can bring. And remember, Philly bench, none of those guys play well yet. One of them do a good game. So, those guys do good games, and under pressure to bring good games. But man-to-man, I don't think without Randall giving you that extra 25 points, they will have enough to win the series.
Right.
If you're looking at it. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. So from an honest perspective, right now, the way both teams are playing each other, all these games have been pretty much close. So it's whoever gets that extra, little added thing to help them win the game. So it can go either way. If the Knicks had Randall, it'd be much more comfortable. They'd be in a much better position to win these games, but they don't.
If Embiid feels as good as he feels the other night, that's the next 45 points coming Sunday.
Right.
Because Hartenstein can't guard him. They can try the best to guard him. He's going to put them in foul trouble. He's smart enough to draw those fouls. It's just like Brunson. Brunson's going to draw those fouls. So those good players know to draw those fouls. So people can keep crying, oh, Embiid getting 15 shots. Okay, he knows what to do. Brunson, he knows how to get his 12 and 13 free throws because just that's what they do. They are the superstar. They know how to get the whistle going to go their way. You know what I mean? So those two is going to get their foul shot. They're going to get it.
I will say that I think that you are correct in the fact that they do know how to play. They do know how to draw the fouls. Embiid is very good at that. I don't think that because of the fact that there's so much complaining, I don't think that Embiid's going to be allowed to go to the free throw line 21 times again. He'll still get to the line. It won't be 21 times because, the ref's got to save face. Yeah, he got too many calls.
I don't think so. Because they're legitimate calls. People.
Oh, I lost you. I think you went on mute. I see you. If you got a call, if there was something that came on and you clicked on it, it took your sound away. You have to come out and come back in because I can't hear you. That's one of them StreamYard things. I can't hear you, JCA Sport. No, you have to leave the chat and you got to come back in the whole thing. You got to get out the whole thing. So I'll kick you out. I'll make sure the link is back there so you can come back in. Okay. Let me paste the. All right. And so while I'm doing that, let me bring my guy in here. I made him wait because I want to give him his flowers in a different way, man. Because you know what I mean. Let me do this before I bring him up.
Jay Boogie, we facing a lot of doubters.
So Ebony, First Lady of KOT, what you saying?
It's us against the world.
New York City, where you at?
We outside.
My Knicks fans, where you at?
Big town.
I'm looking down cause we on top. They looking up, see, we on top.
No.
On game nights, all I see is Nick traffic. For the playoffs, I'm wearing a June jacket. The best fans anywhere, we stay rocking. This my 4-point play, my Larry Johnson. The true definition of getting snubbed is when the 2 seed ain't getting no love. We know the cats from college known as teammates. Now the league podcast and we some roommates. It's for the league, whoever wanna collide. That new commercial that told you I'm the vibe. Shout out to Mr. Rose, the plan working from the ESPN with these bars and Kendrick Perkins. Every game, the squad, we just go hard. Coach Tib, Challenger, New Dodge. 5 boroughs of breath, the Nick plan from the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten, and Brooklyn. New York City, where you at?
We outside.
My Knicks fans, where you at?
Big town.
I'm looking down cause we on top. They looking up, see, we on top.
No Diddy.
Yo, E, you crazy for that.
Yeah, Jay Boogie in the house. What's good, my brother?
Man, what's good, my brother? Blessings, health, and happiness to you on this beautiful day of life, man. Another day of beautiful life, man. Another day of health, another day above ground. Everything is beautiful. Happy Saturday to everybody. Shout out to everybody up under this orange and blue. You know what I'm saying? That's rocking with us, doing what they do. Man, I appreciate you having this platform for me, my brother, for all of us, my brother. Flowers need to continue on constantly going your way, man. But it reminds me of the movie of the Paid in Full, man. You remember Paid Full? Remember what Cameron told him? Yo, what point is it for you to have goons and you won't use them, man? You should have been letting me up out here, man. I don't want to hear none of that talk some of these guys they talking about, man. Yeah, the song says is we on top, man. You know what I'm saying? It's chess going on right now. It's a game of chess. It's not checkers. It's not marbles. It's not kick the can. It's chess right now. Whether you're on the yard or telling you in the park, and I'm glad Tom exposed his hand. What I need to expose my hand in game 3 for, when you haven't beat me in game 1, so what? Whatever happened in game 2, we still won the game. Until you beat us, I'm not exposing my hand to you. And what I'm looking at right now, I don't think Philly can play no better. I don't think Philly can get no more calls. I don't think Embid can constantly putting up 50-50. I don't think him and Maxey can constantly continue on putting up 75 and they win the game. I don't think they have enough players on their team to help them back them up. They don't have nobody. We got what's his name? Hyde, no experience, and he's been in no playoffs, no nothing. What they got? Paul, and I'm never gonna call you Reed. Your name is Paul. Only Reed we got is Willis. So your name is Paul. And who else they got? Tavares, he's a lifetime career as not showing up in the playoffs. What else they got? They got a whole bunch of dudes that's doing nothing and they can't constantly do nothing. We got dudes that feel like they got something to prove. We got more playoff experience than what I'm seeing on our squad than what they have. We got Brunson. He's been to the Western Conference Finals. We're not going to forget that. Tully, stop calling my phone. I'm in the zone. We got Brunson right now. He's been to the Western Conference Final. He should have been MVP higher rating. He should have been most improved player, not Maxey. He's supposed to be on this first team All NBA. I need all that right there. We should have Coach of the Year. We should have, the best organization going on as far as what Leon Rose and everything has done. But they don't want to give us those type things. You know why? Because they continue on throwing hate, continue on throwing daggers, what we can't do, what we not going to do, where we not supposed to be at. We overrated. How we overrated, and we had 3 starters out our starting 5 completely gone for 50% of the season. And the squad we got now is guys that's not career starters. Only one that's a career starter really is Bogdanovich, but he don't got overage. And OG, that's it. Everybody else is bench players. They come off the bench. So where we at right now, we dealing with Philly. So here comes game 4. If the game 4 would have happened like game 3, then I'll be really upset and have something to talk about. All they did was answer the bell inside their crib. Okay, I look for you to win a game at your crib. I don't look for us to broom you out. I don't look for us to put you on that dustpan and put you in that glad trash bag you up, put you out on the side of the road. I didn't look for that. But what I do look for is for us to make adjustments and adjust the, what y'all adjusted. But I believe our adjustments could be a whole lot different, a whole lot better than y'all adjustments. I think y'all adjustments is at the end of the road. Like I said, I don't think Embid got that for the rest of the season. You've been catered to without a restaurant. You've been having 3 nights off. You know what I'm saying? This your last 3 nights. Guess what? You're going to have to play 4 games in the next 7 days. You only got 1 day of rest, and then you're going back in that building. And this is why things are starting to play in towards our favor. Everything that we're doing on team is hard work. Dude, they got they ain't got no room, no edges, no nothing for no mistake. They got to play mistake-free ball. So what? When we go in there and the rep is throwing the tip off, we already know it's 5 against 8. We already know the zebra stripes is in your building. They in your favor. But so what? We're going to beat y'all, your fan base, and your zebra stripes. You know why? Because that's where we're at. We don't been in these type games, these pressure games, your hard work game. You got to come up. We used to playing 40 minutes per body. You used to. Y'all don't have guys over there in Philly doing all that. So everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You're feeling like this and that. No, calm down, cool down, relax. We in great positions, you know what I'm saying, with what we got. I know we got a home to come to, and I know the Garden can't wait for these people to get back. But tomorrow afternoon, we're going to handle our business. You're going to see a different squad. And yeah, we know the referees is going to make calls. We know they should have thrown Embid out that game. We know all the tactics he don't did, but that's okay. I don't want to get tactic like that. I want us to continue on putting pressure on them, because when we put that little bit of pressure, they got to do things like that, what they've been doing, sooner or later, the referee's going to have to make that call. We're going to force their own hand on their own ball game. But they can't force our hand to make us play their game. We used to playing physical. We used to playing finesse basketball. We used to running up and down the court, playing 40 minutes. We used to our men not having no subs. We used to all that. We're in better shape than them, man. But I want to see can you continue on doing what you're doing, Embid? Can you continue on going 50 every night? I don't think you got another 200 points in you in this series. I don't think so. I bet against Vegas. I bet a band to say Embid won't score another 200 points for the rest of this season. I don't think he got it. You might get a 40. You might get a 38 and 20. You might get that, but 50, and then one night rest, then another 50, then a one night rest, and another 50. No, he ain't got it in there. So right now, here come the Knicks. Everybody be easy, calm down, relax, wait till tomorrow game. Watch Tom shuffle the board up on him. He gonna switch up on him. I'm after your queen right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm after your queen. I'm getting ready to put you in checkmate. They just gonna see it coming. Shout out to everybody that was on that Spike Lee bus that rolled out to that game, you know what I'm saying? Holding the fork down, doing what they doing. I know all them guys, they wanted to go down on the court. That's the type dudes we got. That's the type fan base we got. But we ain't got to do all that. The Knicks gonna handle their business and do what they gotta do inside their building, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them getting on that Spike Lee bus like the movie and riding out, you know what I'm saying, doing what they gotta do. But guess what? The turntables is about to turn. I ain't talking about what the DJ doing, but the turntables about to turn, and they ain't talking about the turnstile when I say they turn. The turntables about to turn, and it's getting ready to get in the New York way, you know what I'm saying? So everybody be easy. Tune in, watch what happen tomorrow, man. Everybody, man, calm down, relax. I wish I could play right now. I wish I could play. We ain't got to be physical. We ain't got to get. The referees want us to do that. They want us to do those tactics, you know what I'm saying? They want us to come out there, throw physical elbows and all that. And Philly, that's not their style. So I don't know why you're trying to copycat and be like Miami or something. You're just a Sixer. You fill up your 76ers. I see all the Charles Barkley, they talking, they love this all year, but when we go against Philly, your squad, yeah, you're supposed to ride with your arm around and your squad and all that. But I see a lot of dudes changing to the format. They love Embid. They want to see him over there. But you know what I'm saying? I guess what? It's a whole lot more outside of that 19,812 building that want to see the Knicks be where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I'm feeling right there on this Saturday. And shout out to everybody in Taurus. I got a big party going on tonight. I'm celebrating anybody that's a Taurus. So if you a Taurus, you rocking like I am, salute, happy birthday, Taurus month to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing a bash and everything tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm lit. I'm on fire. I'm ready. I'm ready. That's why I couldn't come on early. I was in the car whipping, trying to hurry up, get home so I can get in the off, so I can at least let Ron know I love you, man. I love you. Appreciate everything you're doing. Everybody that's down there in the bottom in that orange and blue, I love you. I love you. I appreciate everything you're doing, man. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Your eyelids is unattached. You help. You got strength, man. Do something for yourself. Stop letting these referees and the media throw you off your D. Enjoy yourself until the game time comes. When game time come tomorrow, I look at us to win a real close, tight one. 107. No Diddy, though. I look for us to win a close game. 107-103. We're going to win by 4 tomorrow. Salute, 3 capital S's. But I ain't going to win. What's happening, Ron?
Appreciate you, my brother. That's what I'm talking about. Jay Boogie, the voice of reason, come in here, just let y'all know this is what it is, fellas. Don't think that just because they got a game and all this stuff. No, the Knicks is still here. The Knicks can still do what they've been doing. Let's go out there and play. It's another game tomorrow. It's another game. Let's get busy. I like that. And shout out to Jay Boogie for saluting all the Tauruses out there. You know, I'm one of them. You know, May 18th, holla at your boy. Stay up, one yourself.
Yo, that's what's up, man. And yo, you said something. Yeah. And shout out to Cully too. Cully. I know why he blew him up. I know why he on my line. Cully get ready. Cully laying down them bars. You know what I'm saying? I told you we got that thing coming. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Cully. You said something earlier. That the dude that shot the video on the Christmas video, that's Cully's man. Cully put me on to him. So
okay, cool. Man.
So I wanted to make sure that, you know, that people know if you're in New York, you can reach out to Cully, you know what I'm saying, and you can, you know, do right there. He does what he do. Also,
that dude's dope, though.
Julian Plum, he does it, audio videos and all that. He got that going on too. So I'm working with him on something too. You know what I mean? It's so much talent up under this orange and blue. You know, anything you need, you can find it on a show. Anything you knew, you can find it, you know what I'm saying, right next to you, right up under the squad that you love, man. We so gifted, we so talented in so many ways, man. You can find lawyers, you can find doctors, retired people, you can find real estate, man. Man, so much going on, man. Movers, you know, that's what I got. I got a moving company, and you know what I'm saying, so many things just going on. And most importantly, great people, man. That's the thing. We some great people, man. And I always say, when you're somewhere in the city and there's somebody that you've been rocking with on the show, make sure you reach out to them and let them know I'm in your area so I can rock with you, and you know we can link up or whatever, you know, switch up phone numbers. And when you're conversating, talk to one another, you know what I'm saying? Yo, make sure you talk about real things. Talk about life, what's going on, you know, get to know the person. We can say the basketball talk when we on these podcasts, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, it's some great people, man. It's some great people I don't met. great people that I've come to love as brothers and sisters and appreciate them more than anything, man. More than anything. Was that AD right there?
No. This is Money Ma. He a Philly fan.
What's up, Philly? What's up, Philly?
Show him love too. Hey, you a tourist, but hey, I ain't rocking with your thoughts, but it's okay. You got it. You entitled to them.
Yeah, you entitled. You entitled to press that panel button.
I try to tell him.
Panel button. Come on up here and talk to us, man. We got all love. We just love the game. We love our squad. We can't help it that we love our squad and got more podcasts and more Twitter spaces, X's, more Instagram and everything going on than anybody. That's just the love that we have for our squad. We don't knock nobody else for what they doing or who they like or anything. We just want our squad to win, just like you want your squad to win. But beat us in a fashion, beat us in a way. Y'all all know, man, them guys were cheating and everything. But we ain't get ready to run to the police. We ain't get ready to get the commissioner and all that right there. Just be able to handle the same situation when we give it to y'all. That's all we asking, man. Don't get to running, and want to foul and all that. Nah. Cut that out. Don't say nothing. We didn't say nothing. Be easy. We just took it. Y'all gave it to us. And y'all won game. Y'all won game 1 in Philly and won game 3. But it's 21. Kiki Barger. Yeah, 21.
That's true.
Deion Sanders.
True. Shout out to Crimes Dad. He said, Ron, give Jay Boogie a chance to express himself. No, Jay Boogie always got a chance to express himself up here on this platform. And speaking of expressing himself, let me tell you something, Jay Boogie.
Yeah.
That's a bop, B. I was like, hey, no Diddy. That's a bop, B.
Man, I told Ebony, listen, I told her, I appreciate you having me on your track. She went black, I went silver,
that's
man.
A bop, B.
Man,
I'm trying to get into my bag, B. Hey,
I wanted to do something with her, and with Ebony, because I understand the situation that she had going on. She reached out to everybody, her and her partner, on the Twitter space about the Liberty thing, and she trying to get people, show love. You appreciate them for what they doing with that when they come out, because they in support of everybody else, which she was right. So I wanted to do something with her to let her know that, that, me I'm a fan. I'm always a fan of everybody. No matter who you are, I'm always a fan, because without them, me fanning, I can't get a chance to express myself on who I am, so I'm always going to be a fan of everybody else. And I want to see any and everybody prosper. So that's why I was like, yo, come on, jump on this track, and make it happen for us. And she did that. And shout out to the chef. The chef gonna be on the track with me too. And I reach out to any and everybody. I send tracks to people, but it's not my fault that you don't get back to me, with your verses and or you don't send it back. That's not my fault. But I be sending tracks to people. I want other people to be heard. I'm 56, but I just love the Knicks, and I talk about the Knicks. I could go into creating bars, up the New York Knicks. This is what I do, and this is what how I rep the Knicks. And long as I'm there to provide the entertainment for our fan base, I'm going to continue on doing that. But I want to see everybody prosper. If there's anything that I can do to help somebody else get to where they're supposed to be, away from where they're struggling to get from, I'm going to do that. So it's all hands with me and Jay Boogie with this music thing. You need tracks, get at your boy. I got producers, they ready to go. I got some heat. You know what I'm saying? I pick good beats. At least I think to. You know what I'm saying? At least I think so, man. But right now, I'm in a great spirit, great mood right now, man. Shout out to Ari from Manhattan too, man. He just tweeted something up on my phone, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ari, man. Shout out to Tone, man. You know what I'm saying? Tone, the sports entertainer. Man. Tony should be, if we open up a yard and start putting statues of fan bases, Tone should be the first one. What he do, man? Don't you wish you could play for the Knicks? Don't you wish that you can be seeing them? Man, what Tone do, man? That's my guy right there. I get motivated.
I will say, I don't want to shortchange Tone. Tone is fantastic.
Yeah.
He is dope Knick fan. I'm glad I finally got to meet him in person at that Knick event with him and the Morning Brew. But that other guy who does that, don't you wish you played for the Knicks? That wasn't Tone. That's actually another dude. But he was with them. He was in Philly. Mm-hmm. He went with them. So it was dope to see him too. I forgot his name. But I saw him.
Well, you know, 50, you know what I'm saying, wasn't the real 50, but he showed love to his family, you know what I'm saying? He just took the name and took it to another level, you know what I mean?
Facts,
And that's what Tone did. He might have grabbed it, but he took it to another level, you know what I'm saying? See, like I tell people, you know, I job with Gammo all the time. Gammo started salute, salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? But I just remixed it and just put the 3 capital S's to it, you know. So yeah, we all get things from one another, you know, but the thing is, when you get something from somebody, you know somebody else saying, go back and mention them people's name. I try to make sure I do that all the time. If I say something that somebody else has said, I try to remember who said it so I can let it be known. This is not my words, it's somebody, but I'm repeating what he's saying because I feel that they should get that, you know what I'm saying, that great love, you know, for what they saying. And maybe where they said it at didn't get heard all the way around. So if I say it and then I say your name, then guess what? It's being heard all the way around. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Knicks fans, man. We people, man.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to little housekeeping real quick. Shout out to my guy HP Carlos. Happy birthday, my brother. Enjoy your day. Beautiful Saturday. You know what I mean? Yeah, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for being here. I wish
you was here with me because I got that party bash, that tourist bash going on today. I got that all white linen with the black cover on.
Let's go, Jay Boogie.
I got a brand new all black Nick fitted. Ooh.
Oh man, I wish I was with you, brother. Man, I can't celebrate my birthday for another couple weeks, but it's all right.
That's okay, right. Man. That's okay, man.
Shout out to my guy BX Kev in the building. He says, Sports Jedi Network. He said Jay Boogie is the greatest. He did a great track for the Rangers, which we play on the intro with pride. Yes, yes.
Appreciate that, man. That's you, man. That's you, man. That's you, man. I got the Yankees coming too, man. But right now we in basketball and hockey season right now. I got the Yankees coming on. I got the Giants coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do something for the Liberty. You know, it's just New York sports, man. But EX, man, I appreciate him, man. That guy right there, that man right there, he doing what he do for all faiths, all sports, everything. That's a great guy, man. And then I talked to him for the first time on the phone, man. Man, that's a beautiful person, man.
He's a dope dude,
thank you, BX, for everything that you're doing, man, for real.
Yeah, he's a dope dude, for real. I agree with that. Shout out to the Predicate. Says salute Jay Boogie. Shout out to you, the Predicate. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat, man. Listen, today's been one of them days. All types of names I've never seen in the chat. I appreciate it, though. Thank you for coming through and supporting, showing love to the show. Please smash that like button. I think we had 97 likes. We should be at 100. So please hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And if you want to subscribe to the show, I ain't mad at you. Please show support, man. We here. We rocking. Listen. I'm telling y'all, man, the like button don't look crazy. It's not foreign. Look a little something like this. Please, we appreciate you. The other thing, I want to say a couple shout outs to a couple more people, if I can. Shout out to Ronald Clark. Thank you for being here. Salute to you. The NBA and the refs are controlling the final score of these games. Maybe so. Shout out to Alex Kump in the building. I don't know what this was in reference to, but shout out to you, Alex. Thank you for being here and rocking. Shout out to Corey Lindsay in the building. He said, Jay Boogie, salute, bro. Thank you for the confidence. No doubt. And Corey, I just want to say, I know you asked me a question before. I'm very confident in the Knicks. I think the Knicks are fine. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I think the Knicks get the victory tomorrow. But anyway, let me tell you something. This is how you know how confident I am. To start this series, I said the Knicks in 6. People talking about sweeping, Knicks in 5. From the beginning, I said Knicks in 6. So if I'm saying the Knicks in 6, that means Philly got to get 2 games, right? I ain't worried about what Philly just did. Knicks will be fine. Knicks in 6, but maybe even in 5. So we good. We good. Shout out to Looking Good Doing It in the building. Shout out to you. What's good, my brother? Hope you all right. Good to see you. Crimes Dad asked something. Hold on. Hey, shout out. I don't know if I put this up. Eric Horn in the building. Salute. April 30th, my brother. Another tour. Look at all these tourists coming up in the building. Let's go, baby.
Man, listen at them Bulls, and I ain't talking about Chicago, man. I'm talking about the tourists, man.
Not for nothing, but I will say that's something I've noticed over time. There's a lot of tourists be like birthday, there'll be a lot of tourists out there in the streets.
Yes, yes, man. God bless you, man. And God bless to all the signs, all 12
yeah,
of
of
them, man.
course.
God bless to everybody, man. And wishing everybody have beautiful days, you know what I'm saying? Birthdays to come. Celebrate your life, man. But you don't have to wait just for your birthday. Celebrate you every day. Every day you got that life, man. He gives you a chance. You just got to make your own choices, what it is that you want to do that day. But make sure you're celebrating you. Please do.
Facts. Let me a couple more, and I got another guy backstage, one of our guys, man. Shout out to JCA Sports. Listen, we may not necessarily agree with you, but I appreciate your take. It's fine. You're allowed to give it. I understand where you were coming from. I'm sorry the connection wasn't working too good for you. But I will tell you just a little piece of advice. If you ever want to come on this show or any other show that uses StreamYard, when you come on the panel, if you're coming off of your phone, if you get a text message or if somebody tries to call you, best thing to do is just ignore it. Let it go away on its own, and it'll allow you to stay in the StreamYard and you won't lose your sound of your picture. But if you hit the button, sometimes it gets funky. And so basically what you got to do is leave the whole StreamYard and come back into it to get right. That's how it is sometimes, but it is what it is. But I want to say, like I said, I may not agree with you, but I appreciate you coming up here, having the forthright, the candor to come up and show your face and say what you got to say. I appreciate that, my brother. You're always welcome.
Disagreements always make better conversations, like
exactly.
Be honest with so many people they and things in life, they look for things that I want something in common. Like when I met my wife and we just celebrated our anniversary, which was the 24th. So I had a lot of things going on this week, so shout out to my wife, I got a beautiful, amazing
congrats on that, J Boogie.
And the thing is, and sometimes in life you got to look for things that's out of common. When you find things that's out of common, that means two of y'all on two different, you got two different ways. So like, when my wife comes in, she can always speak to me about something she got going on, and I can give her feedback. And then it's the same thing. If I got something going on, she can give me feedback. And we both come from two different ways of life. Sometimes when you got the same thing that's in common and you're doing so much of the same thing, you got the same thing, and you look for doing the same thing every day. But when you got different revenues and everything that's out of common, that's good for you. So I'm just only trying to mix that up with things, far with disagree. We can all disagree to come back and find an agreement. But the disagreement is when you don't come to an answer or a solution to what you're disagreeing about. And when you walk away from another, you don't have no answers. So yeah, we can all disagree, but it brings forth a good conversation all the time, no matter what you're talking about. So if Ron tell you, we love you and we can disagree, that's in great manner right there. To let you know we can always have a conversation, because that's what it's about, just having a conversation, man, and enjoying and appreciating one another. Wherever you from, whatever you like, whatever you do, it's just conversation.
Right. And look, shout out to another Philly fan in here. Ambitious Culture Film said, Philly fan here, OG on here, overdosing. You crazy, B. Listen, man, this is where you get, first off, let me tell you one thing. Every fan base wishes they had a J Boogie on here. I mean, on their fan base, they don't got that. They can't have this level of intensity. They can't have a guy that we call the closer. Y'all don't know what that's about, because y'all ain't got that. Y'all wish you had this type of dude over there supporting your fan base. Let me tell you something. Not only do we give you fire takes, he pumps up the crowd. He puts us in the right state of mind, and we give you beats and bars too. What more you want? What more you want? Let's go.
And the thing, you know what it is, Rondo? Be honest with you, all them other sports people, they have that person. But are you willing to go out there and do it for your people? You got to be willing to go out there and speak for your people. You got to be willing to go out there, like with my music, every track that I do is at least 15 bands. Every track. When you talk about the beats, you're talking about, the mixing, you talk about the mastering, you're talking about the studio time, every time. And I do that for the love. I do it for the love. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing nobody can say that, I do this for the people, because they deserve to have a good feeling, a good vibe. So, but all y'all sports kind, Philly, you got one. But are you willing to do it for your people? You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to do that? Take your time and and tell people you love them. Salute your people. Tell them you're gonna have a blessed day. Tell them, what I'm saying, you're a great person. You got to be able to let people know that, what I'm saying, that I appreciate you. Ron is one of these guys. I know if I came up to New York with me and my wife and my baby girl and I wanted to go out, I could say, Ron, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave my baby with you. I know she's secured, because that's the relationship that's come about amongst this. It can't just be about sports. It's what you can bring to the table for your people to love and appreciate you. And they all got that. Are you going, wife? You going? My wife says she's going out. She's going out. She ain't never leave me. I don't use them word. We don't say bye. We say see you later. None of that. No.
Let me bring my guy up here. Two more things real quick. I just want to say shout out to D-Train. Thank you for being here and rocking with us. And I also want to say shout out to Brooklyn Zombie 420. He said Knicks should come out tomorrow like savages, attack, force Embid to try and block a few shots, make him jump and force him to the rim on defense. Respect to Jay Boogie and Ron. Let's go Knicks. Peace, God. Appreciate you, my brother. I also
about, man.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Don't nothing to be afraid about. Listen, this is just another game. It's a series for a reason. Shout out to my guy, my brother from another, day one, actually my peoples. He says, smoking on that Philly pack tomorrow. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. Oh, man. My guy, Rose.
Make sure you're safe. It's legal in New York.
Yeah.
Make sure you're all right.
Sparks of a Rose. Let's go. What's up, brother? All right. Let me get my guy in here. He's been waiting backstage patiently. Kev, what's good, brother?
What's up? I had to come in and say what's up, showing that love to you guys. Again, speaking about Taurus, I'm married to a Taurus for 30 years, and next Saturday on May 4th. Man. Yeah, you know it. So I'm surrounded by Taurus.
You can still live to tell about it. See, we're not that bad. Tauruses get a bad rap.
my dad was a Taurus, rest his soul. My mother-in-law's a Taurus, so I'm like you said, there's a lot of them.
You're surrounded by Tauruses, yeah.
Oh yeah. Couldn't have it any more better than that. But let's go, Jay Boogie. Again, I gotta get on camera and say thank you again, man. I listened to that track almost 2 times before I go live, man. You just put goosebumps every time on that bar because the love, like you said, and let us put you over because you definitely put the love. You didn't have to. He didn't have to, fellas. He's talking is totally facts, gospel, truth. He just came and just gave it. Here, I made this. I used my talents here, and again, I got to tell you how much I'm appreciative of your talents. Not just because you gave it to our channel, but what you do to everybody. You just didn't have to. You just go ahead and again, that's why your talent continues to get blessed and continue to take us as a fan base, as a person, as a human being to another level. I just got to go out here and shout you out on camera so everyone can watch, man, and hear because, man, that is awesome with love, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. But I thank y'all hostess. I thank y'all because without y'all, I don't have a place to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a place to rock at because, I don't have a show. So for y'all, man, to have the open doors and do what y'all do, man, I'm trying to make sure that, that I show y'all, I appreciate y'all, what y'all doing, man. What you be doing, man. If you never been to a hockey game, you missing probably the most exciting thing that you're in sports. And if you don't know and understand the game, you know what I'm saying? Come up with my man BX Sports Show when he calling the game. He gonna break it down to you when there's a call, he gonna break it down, let you know what that call is. He gonna let you know onside, offside, penalty boxes, he gonna let you know all that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand, but man, that hockey, oh man, hockey is off the chain.
That is fast pace. That is fast pace. Whoo. Man.
Yeah. And then once it's New York, oh my God, gracious.
Oh. We're lighting that lamp. Let's go.
We light the lamp, man. Shout out to our Islanders, though. Shout out to the Islanders. They get better. Don't worry about it. I'm down in Carolina, but don't you? The big brothers is going to see about you what you're doing to our little brother.
Indeed.
So let me ask you this, Kev. While I got you here, what's your thoughts on this whole thing with Philly? How you feeling about the series so far, and just your quick thoughts on what transpired in that last game.
All right, with the series here, this is not your typical 2-7 matchup. No matter how much the numbers or the records, I know Parcells says you are what the records say you are, but really, let's be honest. It's not a regular 2-7. You could say this is a 4-5, or even top notch of the top Eastern Conference teams. You're going to expect Philadelphia to have a fight, no matter by hook or crook or whatever they get. They were going to give us their best shot. They have a former MVP and Embid there coming back, regardless of the fact, dirty or not dirty. Maxey playing well to another level, and the role players were going to play well at home. I expect a little bit of a resistance from Philadelphia. I know it wasn't going to be a walk in the park, but I didn't like how they got there. I didn't like the fact that he's putting on an ankle lock on Mitchell Robinson, not allowing going on there with that dunk. That's not a smart play. And also, then he goes and he knees Harkenstein in the Nats. Good thing he already had a kid already. I mean, my goodness, imagine if that would have been something there. My goodness. But I digress. I'll stay back on track. Also, the hip attack, the hip attack that you saw in the fourth quarter, a nasty move there. So he's pushing the envelope, but then I blame the officials because they come up with that 2-minute report and on game 2, and they weren't going to be so stringent because, let's face it, they got intimidated by the 76ers crowd. That was for them to get rid of him. That was a flagrant 2. See you later. Go hit the showers. Out. They were intimidated. They were intimidated by the crowd. They were intimidated by the big bad Philadelphia fan base, and that's not. You know what? When you have FanDuel and all the gambling as your sponsors, you can't show that in the league. You just had a conspiracy. You just had a guy got banned from the NBA on fixing Toronto games with over and unders. Then this guy does this again, does this blatantly, and where everyone's watching, and then you don't eject them. Because then you give us this phony baloney that, word salad about why you can. It wasn't a bound basketball, but it wasn't warrant for an ejection. Nonsense. He should have been ejected. Now, if the Knicks would have lost that game, hey, they beat us. They outworked us. But when you have that, now Mitchell Robinson, a walking boot, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? What's going to happen now in the first 5 minutes of game 4? Are the referees going to get now overzealous now where, if someone they didn't brush their teeth correctly and their breath stinks, they're going to start calling fouls and foul trouble. It's going to muck up the game instead of seeing the better team play tomorrow. That's my only concern. I'm not crying, the Knicks should have won, not could have. No, I just want the games to be played correctly, play right. The better team wins, the better talented team wins, and let's go for it. That's the only thing I'm worried. That's my only concern is that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Shout out to Craig. Everyone said it's dirty other than Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, well, Stephen A is the worst, man. I listen, shout out to him for understanding how to make a killing doing what he does. He's a talented writer. He understands how to use his platform to the best of his ability, and people watch. He's a shock jock. But as far as a Knicks fan, I told y'all before, man, I don't respect him. That's why I don't watch his shows. That's why I don't watch BSPN. He's the fakest Knicks fan I've ever met. And the other day when we had that miracle comeback with 35 seconds left, he left. He left before it happened. Fraud. I can't rock with this dude. I cannot rock with that guy.
I mentioned that in breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he does.
I
we
think
just want a fair, like BX said, we just want a fair game. That's all we want. When Mitch went out for the season, we was going to get the what would you call it, Ron? The exempt or whatever.
The player exemption. Yeah,
Commissioner, you came in and said, no, he can make it back. So being that he worked hard to get back, to prove to the league, prove to you, Commissioner, because you said I can get back. So I proved to the league that I can get back. That now that I'm back, you're not going to protect me. I'm still injured. You're not going to protect me and allow this right here to happen to me by a top 5 player in our league, an elite player. Embid is an elite player, but that doesn't give you, that doesn't give you the That doesn't say you can do whatever you want to
Yeah,
somebody
you don't get a
else.
free pass just because
You don't
you're
get
an
a free
elite player.
pass because you're a top-notch player. Nah, what you did was wrong. You grabbed his feet out from up on him, and then you swung him up off you. And then I can't forget about the side sweep when you threw the knee up. I'm not gonna forget that. None of that stuff. You just showed me that you can lose your character and do whatever. I just want you to protect and call the games right. If you can protect and call the games fairly and right, I know we on top. But if you wanted to go into another level, a different phase of basketball, rough, when we do it, don't get to put your whistle in your pocket. That's what they say. Put the whistles up. You know what I'm saying? Just put them up and let us fight like we in the park. I bet you that Breaks won't be able to get up and down the court.
I agree. Listen, let me tell you something. First off, shout out to LTN LX619 from all the way from Germany. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here and rocking with the show. Definitely appreciate it. Smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Hey, and if you like the content, if you're a Knicks fan, we here. This is what we do. Please hit that subscribe button. But let me say something too. I think this is known. I don't have to. I mean, what I'm saying is not something earth-shattering. You guys know that Embid and Julius Randle are very cool. They just had a good, friendly relationship throughout the NBA. But let me tell you something. This is like, how they say that thing. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to paint the picture. But, people know to do things with certain people. If that had been Julius Randle going up like that and Embid did that and then threw him off his legs like that, you know how fast Julius Randle would have put a two-piece on. Embid would have been through the garden floor because, Julius be overreacting on little things. Imagine somebody doing something like that to him, especially after injuries and him having ankle stuff and him getting tossed up in the air and then thrown down and then pushed off like he was garbage. Oh, it would have been crazy. Listen, so, yeah, Embid just, he was like a little baby. He was mad that he didn't get the call before. He came down the court. OG dropped him on the floor. He was already on the floor. He saw Mitch go up, he got mad. You know what I mean? And he threw Mitch down. And then he tries to give you some excuse. Oh, people have fell on me before. You know what happened with what's his face from Golden State. Come on. This is the dumbest excuse I ever heard. Let's just don't say nothing. Like, whatever happened to accountability? Yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I was mad. There was no call down the guy went up in front of me. I didn't want him to score the basket. I went about it the wrong way. What is wrong with people? You can't I cannot stand that people can't just take accountability. I messed up. I don't know what I was thinking. I shouldn't have did that. I apologize to Mitch. I apologized to Mitch after the game. I let him know that was my bad. What's wrong with people? And that's why I don't respect you. If you can't even do that, why should I respect you? You don't even see where you was wrong. It's the same thing that I used. No, I'm not going to go there. I got a whole Kevin Durant thing. No, I don't want to get into that rant. But my whole point is people fall for the sucker stuff. You know what I mean? When you see a sucker and they do some sucker stuff, that's it. It's just sucker stuff. Let it be what it is. If they don't want to call it out, that's how you know they're a sucker.
That's called a jive turkey.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Ron, I got to jump off. I got a lot of people calling. I just love and appreciate you. BX, love and appreciate you. Shout out to all the Knicks fans just rocking, watching the show. Like Ron said, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, like. Shout out to the Philly people that's rocking, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have no animosity to nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's just sports. We all sporting. We all fanning, We disagreeing to agree because we fans of the game. So shout out to all y'all jumping in and rocking with the show, you know what I'm saying? But, just MB, you got your call. You told the fan, you told the media after the game, what happened at the end of game 2, you didn't get no calls and the referees not doing it fair. And you got your no call. So when you shouted out the referees for not making a call, you should have shouted out the referees for not making a call because they should have threw you out, man. But God bless to everybody, man. I love y'all, Ron. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing what you're doing. BX, man.
You got it.
One more. We on the second wave. And right now, 3 games away. 13 more games, man.
There you go.
13 more, baby. Yes, 13 more. And same with the Knicks, man. We try to get to 16 games. We need 32 wins in the playoffs from both these New York teams. 32 wins by both of them. Man, we're gonna tear Manhattan all the way up. That means Stanley Cup. That means NBA Finals champion. 16-16, man. Man, Lord, man. Now, and you know I'm gonna do a New York Ranger Knick anthem. I'm putting it together. God.
Oh man. Oh, can't wait.
Woo. God
Appreciate
bless
you, Jay
y'all.
Boogie. Listen, man. Hey, enjoy yourself tonight, man.
Yeah,
You
Yes.
deserve it, brother.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
thank you, man. Thank you, man. And
All
I
right,
no
brother.
drinking water, man. You know, I pay $100 for it. Well, I did it to her. I tipped a lady for bringing me water. She was like, "What you for water?" What's that? What? I do H2O. I don't drink alcohol, baby. I can tip my drink. What's wrong with you? You better
That's
Enjoy
great.
yourself, brother.
Enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Listen, Craig, I don't know, man. I hear you. I doubt he would have went at him too. But like I said, that's because Embiid and Randall are really good friends. They really good. They be choking it up, yucking it up a lot. But so they're good people. So it wouldn't. But what I'm trying to tell you also is that Embiid wouldn't do it to Randall. Is what I'm saying. So it's not that Randall wouldn't do it. Is that Embiid wouldn't be the one doing it to him because he knows that they cool, and he wouldn't even do that because he also knows. Listen, say what you will. People forget sometimes because Randall has acted erratic, with his team. That was a long time ago, guys. It's basically like 2 years removed now. Randall has shown to be a good teammate. He's shown to be a good Knick. He's shown to be a good person in the community. He's calmed down with all the crazy antics. He gets emotional, but it's not the same level of emotion. Can we give the guy credit for improving? Come on, man. Listen, it is what it is. He's all right. He's all right. And shout out to Stream Elements for always letting me know what's going on. Shout out to LTN LX619 for subscribing. Appreciate
Good
you,
job.
man. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank
Good
you for
job.
being here. Also shout out to Brooklyn Zombie for
There you
subscribing.
go.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, we love it. We on the road to 3,000 subscribers. I haven't been pressing it, but I'm pressing it now, man. Please, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Tell your auntie, tell your nana, whoever, your gardener. If they like the Knicks and they want to hear some Knick content, we here, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, BX. It's been crazy. I'm still very excited about this team. And listen, not for nothing. This should be no shock. Everything we do can't be easy. Always adversity. The fact that now Mitchell Robinson is hurt, we don't know if he'll be available tomorrow or not. If he is, he'll be hobbled. We're playing without Julius. This is just another notch on the Knicks have to do it the hard way. Nothing's given to them. They got to go out there and play smart, sound basketball, and just get the job done. That's what it is.
They just got to trust their hard work, their coaching. Again, I still think we're gonna rebound this team. We have a better rebounding overall, or up and down, and not get into the antics. We know that guys like Oubre and Embid, those are the type of guys they are. They have to rely on those type of tactics. This team is well coached, high basketball IQ, all the way from the collegiate to now with Coach Thibodeau. You know what? I'm not going to be overconfident, not over cocky, but I feel we're in a good hands to go out there and go and win game 4. Why not? If we put in the way that we play our work in, and now they just added another level of fire. We saw, I'm going to go back to the regular season. Remember when Jalen Brunson got pushed, and I believe he got fouled hard in the first quarter, and we saw Hart and DiVincenzo just picked up his teammates and they went bananas and berserk. Once you push one or hurt one of these guys rally and they just take their game to another level. And there's this long sample size on our Knicks, so they're going to hostile territory in the postseason. You shouldn't feel down or afraid that this team is not going to rise to the occasion, or the lights are never bright for the New York Knicks, at least this 2023-24 season for this group of guys. Mitchell goes down, you can see a Precious Achiuwa. Look what he came in and gave an impact on the court. If the intern gets to put the clipboard down and comes to play Jericho Sims, we call him the intern because he's out there interning for on the bench. But if he comes out there and plays, he's going to come in and he's going to be play whatever type of role he's given. He's going to give his max effort. He's not going to be an embarrassment out there. So I'm not too worried with that. And look, it took 50 points for Embid to pull a win for them to get, and with a lot of suspect questions on how they got it. So I'm okay. Ron.
No, I hear you, man. I mean, listen, you just have to continue to root for our team and understand that it's not going to be easy. That's just how it is. And I actually love that about the fact that I'm a Knicks fan and the Knicks have to. I listen. Would I want the Knicks to have an easy time, an easy road? Yeah, of course. But I just know that this is the Knicks makeup. It's nothing easy, and sometimes even when it looks easy, they make it tougher on themselves. I don't know why, but this is who they are. That's the makeup. They go through the fire, to get to the promised land throughout, all these victories in the season. We've had bad games against teams we should have easily beat. Like, something just happens sometimes. In this case, you're dealing with a little adversity, but what's the difference this year as opposed to when we had to go in a first round series against the Cavs and we handled the Cavs last year? What's the difference this year as opposed to knowing that we got to deal with Miami last year and figure out ways to beat them? Last year, it was what it was. Miami had a better blueprint for being able to deal with us, and we said it already. Spoelstra outcoached Tibbs. He did a better job of making the proper adjustments last year. This year, it's not about necessarily Tibbs being outcoached. The first game we won, the second game we won, the third game, Philadelphia had an incredible third quarter. I mean, first off, a lot of teams, when they go crazy, when they have really hot starts, it's the first quarter. They get off to a really hot start, and sometimes it may even translate to the second quarter. It's very rare for a team to come out in a playoff game and light it up in the third quarter the way they did. They did. It happened. And the Knicks, unfortunately, this is what I want to say. This is what I was trying to point to earlier. They played the same way. They played with a high level of intensity the first quarter, the second quarter, and the fourth quarter. Just something changed in the third quarter, and just they couldn't make up for that deficit. The deficit was just too great. And that's why you got to play the same way 4 quarters of a basketball game, especially in the playoffs, because leads matter, man. Sometimes it's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I wanted a quick shout out, Mr. 19 Con, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I wanted to shout you out. I saw you in the chat there. Salute to you indeed. What's going on? Man, good to see him. I hope you're doing well. This is 1 o'clock tomorrow. It's time for action. Time for some battle. Time to go. Ready to go. I know you're excited here. Shooting wise, I think Dante DiVincenzo is gonna have a hell of a game. Again, these guys, he's due for a big one. I know now we got Brunson back on track. Hart, he game 1 and 2 All-Star. He was the one he was our main guy, catalyst. I think now this is a big ragu game where he's gonna sauce it up on a Sunday, baby.
I would. Listen, I think he definitely will too, because he just didn't do enough in that last game to feel comfortable, because he's a bulldog too. He just goes about things a little differently than others. But I'm sure he didn't feel good about, first off, getting hit in the eye. That affected him. And then just not putting up the numbers that he normally puts up to help us. That's another thing. Even with, see, this is why it's always interesting with this Knicks team. I know it's all the coulda, woulda, shoulda, but if Dante gave us a regular Dante game, the Knicks got a chance to win that game, even with the 76ers having an incredible third quarter. And I know there's some 76ers fans. I saw you in the chat saying what you were saying about they're doing this and winning that game without getting anything from Hield and out getting anything from Batum. First off, Hield hasn't showed you anything, period, because I don't know what we don't know about Hield. Is he Fugazi now? Don't know. The other thing is, when you bring up Batum averages 4 points. You know what I mean? When you get something extra from Batum, that's an aberration. That ain't real. That's an anomaly. So I'm not worried about that. If anything, what you should be saying is, what happens if the Knicks get more than they normally get? Like, we're getting incredible contributions from Josh Hart offensively. But what if we get that from Josh Hart? Brunson does what he does. Dante DiVincenzo gives you his regular game. Bogey, who was averaging 20 points a game for Detroit, gives you something that it's not like unexpected. He was averaging 20 points per game. So it's like, you know what I mean? If that stuff starts to happen, which is the regular stuff that normally happens, then you have an issue. Then Philly's in trouble. That's how I look at it. The Knicks have a better overall roster to deal with Philly than Philly has to deal with the Knicks. They got 2 really special players, and everybody plays off of those 2 guys.
You just have to figure out the best way to combat them defensively. Somebody's going to get theirs, but stop the other guys from getting off because those other guys aren't aggressive and they don't do enough. So I'm not worried about Philly. Once again, I just wanted to say that again.
No, I can see where you mentioned that because we mentioned a bunch of guys that haven't played well for the Knicks that we've seen them night in, night out. We've seen a whole season of, McBride emergence and growing better. Now remember, this is a series where they're going to now see tendencies of other opponents, what they do. Brunson seemed to figure out now being guarded by the 6'7" buffoon and as well as Kelly Oubre. Now he knows how to move around, and you saw him drop over 35 points. Now other guys, I could see other guys, especially these 2 days off, are very big film studying on the tendencies and when in the game to push, when not to push. That's why I think the Knicks are going to make the proper adjustment. We could say the same thing on Philadelphia on their side, but like you said, they're a two-man show where Embiid and Maxey got to go, and Maxey wants the ball, and now Embiid kind of felt like a little bit alpha game 3. I need the basketball. And let's face it, do you think Embiid is going to what did he hit, like 4 3-pointers in a row in that third quarter? I mean, a 7-footer? I mean, come on, I don't expect that. Come on. I don't expect that again. He might hit 2 in a row? Absolutely, I give you that. Before, the way he went bananas out there, he looked like Curry shooting at a 7-footer. I don't see that happening as well. So,
Right.
It goes both sides. Yes, you could say, well, put a mirror, look at the Knicks fans getting overzealous. Maybe Hart turns into a pumpkin. But one thing Hart is, even if he may not be shooting, he's going to give you that rebounding and that defense and the attack to the basket. One of the best there is, the best there was going to the basket is Josh Hart and walking transition. Walking bucket in transition, that's not going to go away even if he's slumping shooting-wise. So there's tendency that the Knicks do that even if they're having bad shooting games, night in, night out, still translates to winning basketball, Ron.
Agreed. And that's one of those things, like the Knicks just have to find a way to play their game, regardless of what the defense Philly throws at them, regardless of the calls that the refs are making. I just feel like, and by the way, I don't think, but it could happen. I don't think Mitchell Robinson is going to play tomorrow. Apparently, he did not practice today with the team, so I don't see it. Anything could happen. So I feel like the Knicks are going to go into tomorrow playing without him, and if that is the case, the Knicks have to figure out a way to outscore Philadelphia. And mind you, in this last game, the Knicks still shot 48% from the field, almost actually 48.9. They shot 43% from 3. So it's not like Philadelphia is taking away what the Knicks are doing. The Knicks shot really good. Philadelphia shot better, which is an indictment on the Knicks defense. They got to do more. But now that you don't have Mitch, you might just have to rain. You might have to bomb it away, man. Figure out ways. Brunson looked much better in that last game, but it's weird to say this. Can a guy look good but not look like he's cooking? No, tomorrow Brunson could be cooking. You know what I mean? Tomorrow Brunson could be cooking. So the Knicks just have to go out there and say, look, we're going to take it to them, or we're going to try to blow these guys out. And I don't mean they have to blow them out, but go with that mentality. We got to run up the score because maybe we don't have enough defense to necessarily stop a guy like Embiid, and we don't want the rest of these guys to play off of Embiid and get going. So you go out there, you put up those points, Embiid is going to get his, Max is going to get his. You continue to stop everybody else and get that victory and go on to play them in the Garden and wrap up this series.
Yeah, you were saying Brunson was cooking. He was boiling water yesterday. Tomorrow he's going to saute.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm saying.
I think my co-host Chef Dan is rubbing off on me with the cooking analogy. Shout out Chef Dan.
Shout out to Chef Dan. Dan, man. Dan, good dude as well, man. Shout out to FGC Hitman in the building. Shout out to you. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, rocking. He said we have to guard the perimeter better, and hopefully the refs don't call tic tac fouls. Yeah, the pit. I know that this, but I think that
I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of NBA. I've just seen bits and pieces of the playoffs, but I feel like they've been allowing teams to play a little bit more in this year's playoffs. They have been saying that the league is starting to try to get to allow teams to be a little bit more physical in the NBA going forward, and next year they're going to even do more of that. So we'll see. I don't know. Shout out to Angel Crispin. He said facts, but I want to shout you out for being here in the chat. Salute to you for being here. Thank you. I don't think I've seen your name here either, so appreciate you. The Grumpy Rider is in here. Salute to you. He said, think Big Mitch is just resting up for that battle tomorrow. Maybe he, like I said, there's a chance he could play. They're like, why risk him aggravating it in practice? If he's going to do it, we'll just do it in the game. Because listen, this is bigger than this series. Because if the Knicks get out of this series, or should I say when they get out of this series, you're still going to need Mitch. So, it's important.
Probably game time decision. I wouldn't be surprised if he's game time decision, warm up and all that good stuff, and give it a go at game time decision. It wouldn't surprise me. And wouldn't surprise me if he plays, a la little Willis Reed. I'm not saying he's Willis Reed, but come out Willis Reed, a little hobbling, come in there and get a couple of blocks and do big Mitch things.
Listen, Kev, I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks go out there, and because Mitch is already coming off the bench, I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks go out there and if say they have a good first quarter and they're looking good and playing well, if they just say, you know what, hold on, Mitch, let's keep it going. We'll throw Sims in there or somebody or Precious, whatever, to spell minutes and see how we do. And if they keep being successful, I wouldn't be surprised if they just say, you know what, let's hold you off, Mitch, till the next game if they can do that. But we'll see. We'll see.
You know what would be big break, Ron? That Embiid gets 2 early fouls. And one thing that I got a little bit disappointed when Embiid had 3 fouls in the first half. Why are we not attacking? Get that fourth in the before the half comes out. That's where the low post threat. That's when we miss Julius Randle low post threat throws.
Yeah. Well, Shout out to. Okay, let me see here. Shout out to Lion of Judah. He said, hey, when Hartenstein or Mitch play with their hands straight up, they get phantom calls against them half the time. Yeah, I mean, it's a physical game, and they're always going to err on the sides of giving calls to a guy like Embiid. So it's something they got to deal with. But I will say Mitch has done a better job at it than Hartenstein. Hartenstein sometimes he's still a little too close, and he's leaning in like this instead of kind of separating and leaning back. And that's how Embiid has been able to catch him a couple times. Shout out to Money Mar, the Philly fan, who says Deuce can't cover Maxey. If he does, he will be in foul trouble, and that's really the end of y'all scoring off the bench. That's a fair point.
Yeah,
because I will say I don't think anybody can really cover Maxey. Maxey's a very crafty player. He's got a good shot, but more importantly, he's one of the fastest guys in the NBA to me. His guy's blazing speed, so it's tough for anybody to cover him. All the Knicks can do is try to stay in front of Maxey and force him left. Okay? Force him left. Don't allow him to keep getting comfortable going right. And that's all you could do. The guy is very talented and he's very fast. It just is what it is.
Agree. Good scouting report on that one.
Shout out to Angel Crispin. Oh, thank you for the generous super chat. He said salute to the panel and the chat. Appreciate you, Angel. Thank you for doing that. You didn't have to. I can't say enough about how appreciative I am about that, man. Also, listen, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you like the content, we'd love to have you, and so that way you can obviously see these shows that air on Saturdays, but the other content we do here at the channel. So thank you once again, Craig. Never waste a moment to let us know how you feel about Thibodeau. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Nick D says Sims will play and the referees will give Embiid early fouls to try to cool things down. It is what it is. It may be. But listen, all I'm saying is if Sims does get the opportunity to play, go out there, move your feet, play smart, do what Tibbs wants you to do. But every so often,
set
make your presence felt. Make your presence felt. Yeah, there you go.
A hard pick, set a hard pick. Boom, knock him on his butt. Look,
you got the big shoulders for something.
Yeah. OG Anunoby knocked Embiid on his rear end and got him flustered. Just think of what a Jericho Sims at his body type will do to Joel Embiid. My goodness.
And mind you, OG did that because of the no call that happened earlier when he gave him that hip check, which that was crazy. I'm like, how do you not call that a foul?
And right in front of the officials. The officials standing there like a buffoon. They're looking. And
that was nuts, man.
Yeah,
that's nuts, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. As I said before, the Knicks just have to be smart about it, but they also have to remain diligent into to their plan of action. But you got to be physical too. If they are allowing them to play, then you play the same way until they stop you. Because that's the thing. When the refs are going to stop it, they're going to stop the Knicks first. At least, especially in Philly. But that's okay. Do it as long as you can get away with it. You know what I mean? It also sets a tone for the game too.
Right. I think that's what Embiid took advantage of that. He saw that they were going to allow the Bruce to be bent, and he kept bending it as far as he could go. And you know what? I can't blame him too much. We were upset about it, but when you injure a player with like the ankles, it just sits in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Agreed. So before we get out of here, I want to ask you, Kev, do you think that maybe it's now? So my feeling is now it's time for somebody else to step up. Not that they haven't been at different times, but tomorrow I think it's very important because, like I said, I appreciate him. He's become my favorite player on the Knicks. But I cannot expect Josh Hart to go out there and continue to shoot the way he's shooting. I love it. It's great to see. And actually, if anything, Philadelphia has been helping Josh Hart shoot better. You keep leaving him open, forcing him to take these shots. He's getting a rhythm. So keep it going, baby.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't want to depend on that because honestly, now that I'm looking at the games a little closer and just looking at that last game, for example, like you got 39 from Brunson, 14 from Hartenstein, and 17 from Anunoby. And that's really it in double figures. Like Dante had 5 and Deuce had 8. Without Josh's 20, the game is looking a lot worse. Like we needed that. And I hope he can continue to do that. But I also kind of feel like, at some point, Nick Nurse is going to try to do a little something to kind of, I've left you open. Okay, it's been 3 games. You're still hitting the shot. I'm going to play some defense on you now, here and there. I'm still going to leave you open because you're the weak link, but I know that you're hitting now, so I got to play you a little tighter and take that away and see who else is going to beat you. And that's why I think somebody let me let you comment. Go ahead.
Right.
Who do you think anybody else has to step up?
Now, remember, I threw the Jedi mind trick last time when we had Sims and we did that wonderful. And I told you Miles McBride was going to have that Robert Horry type of game. And you saw game 1, I hit that on there. Again, I'm not trying to get flowers here, but I could see that guy, in my opinion, I could see over and under Dante DiVincenzo with 24 points next game. He's just that type of player. That dunk, and I forgot to mention it earlier, that dunk that he had, too bad if the Knicks would have won game 3, that dunk would have been the highlight of the night. He just came in with the one-handed jam. I think Dante DiVincenzo is that guy that's going to have that impactful game that's going to alleviate some of the scoring from Josh Hart, and Brunson is still going to do Brunson things. And I could see Bogdanović give us 15, 14 points off the bench as well. I think he's going to be ready against, again, 2 days off, seeing knowing what his role is in the postseason, what time in the game he's coming in, especially like you said, Ron, that third quarter, they run amok on us because guys didn't know yet the rotation on the road when Thibodeau's going to use that. Thibodeau, and I hate to give him credit here, and I knocked him in the past many times, he stays too consistent with his third quarter rotation. 3 minutes left in the third, he starts bringing guys off the bench. Now, maybe that works, and now, I hate to say it, maybe he's correct. Maybe the guys didn't know, came in a little early, like, oh, wait a minute, I wasn't mentally ready to come in yet. Maybe now him going back to their regiment of coming in around that time, they get acclimated, they know their assignments, they know what they got to do, they know they got to put in the work. Maybe that's going to help the Knicks in game 4. I'm just trying to see it from that point of view, on those lenses. Maybe that's why, and then maybe that's why he's the head coach and we're content creators.
Yeah. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's what it is. We just gotta hope for the best. Hope that they figure out a way to just go out there and not let the refs and Philly take them out of their game. because the Knicks are in, like I said before, the Knicks are in such a great position. They're playing a team. If you want to say it, you could say no because Joel Embiid is this big offensive talent, but these two teams are kind of evenly matched as far as personnel, size wise. They're not that much bigger than the Knicks are. We can combat them when we got our guys out there. They're both teams that move at a similar pace. Like this is a good matchup for the Knicks. So don't let any of that other stuff weigh in or intimidate you from what you've been doing. Continue to play your game. And that's it. That's it. It's us. All it is. It's real simple. Just go out there and play your game. And the other thing they definitely cannot do tomorrow, and I've been saying this for every game the Knicks play in the series or any series, do not allow these teams to get off early. Don't go down early in these playoff games. It's tough. It's too tough to come back, especially when you're hampered dealing with injuries and stuff like that. It's too tough to have to come back in these games. Not that it can't be done, but it's just not the way you want to go about doing it. You don't want to fight because in a playoff series, when you have to continue to play the same team, come on, man. You can't continue to let yourself get down like that. So shout out to Hit 'em Up. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Can't have Dante scoring 5 points. That's true. You need more from him.
Yep.
I think Bogey definitely has to step up. Shout out to Craig. I agree with that. Bogey needs to step up because he can do he just didn't have it really. And if he don't have it instantly, Tibbs ain't gonna keep him out there because he's not the defensive person. So Tibbs is gonna move on and go back to what he knows. But we need something out of Bogey. So hopefully he's hot early and Tibbs can continue to ride the hot hand. We'll see. Jet Life for Life is in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And shout out to Tibbs. I see you, Tibbs.
There you go.
He said BX knows my rotation. Yes, sir, Tibbs. We appreciate you, man. Oh, damn. Parrish is like, yeah, okay. He's like, it's time to dive at Embiid's legs for loose balls. Listen, I mean, I don't know. I was going for the ball. Maybe. I don't know.
We need a Roman Reigns type of spear on those knees.
Yeah, maybe. We need something. I'll tell you one thing. It would be nice for the Knicks to just not go too crazy. But you know who you're playing. You know you're going to have to foul somebody. If you're going to foul them, foul them. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying 90s Knicks foul them, but foul them better than you've been fouling. The dude's going up, and I'm going to get the foul anyway. I might as well get my money's worth. But not a flagrant. Just like foul them so that they feel you.
That's the problem, Ron, because the officials are going to run immediately to the video, and we don't know what they're going to think or what they're going to say in Secaucus. What's the influence in Secaucus? What's a foul? What's not a flagrant foul? That's my only thing I'm worried about. That's my one concern.
Yeah, that is the problem. And with understanding these refs and how they call things, and if they're calling it evenly, and we've already seen, like talked about it earlier, guys have been getting ejected, getting flagrant twos, and getting thrown out, and Embiid was allowed to still play the game. So you already know, like you got to look at Embiid, like the Jordan rules, or like he's LeBron or something. Just understand that he's going to get the benefit of the doubt with these calls. So just go out there and do what you can and be as physical as you can. Hey, here's an idea too. Maybe you can't do it to Embiid, but every time Mr. Young Maxey runs around that corner and is flying to the rim, listen, next time you run to the rim like that, I'm gonna let you feel it a little bit, brother. So yeah, gotta try it. Gotta see check the temperature. That's what they say. Check the temperature. Check the temperature of the game. See what these refs is doing. Brooklyn Zombie says, Josh Hart is fine. This is who he is now. The freedom he's been given is allowing him to be him. He can shoot when he feels loosey-goosey. Trust his game will come down, protecting the three-point line. 109-94. Oh,
there you go. I love it. Let's go.
I like that. I like it.
Go.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go, right. Brooklyn Zombie. Let's go.
Yes. I like it. Okay. Hey, man, listen. From your lips to the basketball god's ears. Let's see what happens.
I'm a shout. If that scores like that, I'm gonna shout that out on the watch along tomorrow. 109-94. There we go. I'm gonna shout you out there, Brooklyn Zombie. Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's see if you're right, bro. I'll be happy. I'll definitely be happy with it.
I'll sign up. Here's the pen. I'll sign right now.
So listen, guys. Once again, we'll see what happens. This is gonna be. Like I said. Sometimes we are victims of our own, happiness and excitement. I thought it was a little crazy that Knicks fans was talking about sweeping.
I understand. We get excited. We see things, the ball bouncing our way, certain things happening that we've never seen before. Like it looks good, but we can't discount that Philly is still a team with 2-star players, and it's not just going to be handed to us. And they do have a chance to go out there and play their game and win some games. So it is what it is, guys. But once again, it could be Knicks in 5, or it could be Knicks in 6. It could even be Knicks in 7. I don't think it would be, but I'm just saying, as long as in the end the Knicks win out and win more games than Philly, it's all that matters. And Philly's been a good team for multiple years. They always know how to win games. They've had some struggles in the playoffs. So, but you still got to respect them. They're much better. It's just the same. What happening right now with Philly is the same thing that happened with Miami. Everybody knows Miami wasn't no damn play-in team last year. They didn't take the regular season seriously. They let some games go that they really should have focused on and won. But you can see once they got to playoff time, they turned it up, and now it matters. I'm not saying Philly's as good with that as Miami, but it's a similar situation. Philly is much better than the seed that they were. Okay,
Yeah,
so
agreed.
just got to respect them, but understand the Knicks are still good enough to beat them.
I agree with that. Well said there. Well, let me ask this. I'm talking about the seed and where they sit down. You saw the
Right.
Bucks put out a tweet, like kind of say the regular season really doesn't matter. It's now postseason. Does that discard what they did in the regular season, like seeding wise? Like they like nonchalantly said, we don't care what we did in the regular season. It's about postseason.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Of course, the Bucks is going to say that. Well, two things. One, the Bucks should say that because the Bucks are starting to become an elder statesman team too. The Bucks are rolling in that Miami wave of starting to become an older team that, they don't really care as much about every regular season. They always 50+ wins. Whatever. That's like they just want to get to the postseason. They were not lucky. I mean, they were fortunate enough before to win a championship, so they got that taste. They're that team. So this stuff doesn't really matter to them. And of course, once the Knicks took that 2 seed from them, oh yeah, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, regular season. Yeah, I bet. But yeah, the Bucks are a team that can say that. I would expect to hear that from a Bucks team, a Lakers team, a Miami team. Teams like that, I expect to hear stuff like that from. So I can respect it from them. If I heard it from like a Philadelphia, like a Miami. Why am I saying? I keep trying to say Indiana or Orlando. If I heard it from a team like that, then I'd be like, "You're bugging. I'm not listening to you. You got no experience to be telling me that. You guys are all young. I don't want to hear none of that. Regular season doesn't mean." So you know what I mean? So it makes sense. So I can say, all right, that is what it is. I don't think the Knicks can say that yet because the Knicks haven't proven that they're always there, and the Knicks are still a fairly young team. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're not an elder statesman team. That is just we've been doing it, and the regular season, that once the playoffs hits, it's going to be like a light switch hits and the Knicks are going. We're not there yet. This may be the first year we get there, and then next year we become that team where we can start saying, all right, yeah, let's do what we got to do in the regular season. When we get to the playoffs, it's on. Okay. Not there yet. So shout out to Nice. Appreciate you, Nice. What's good? I see you burning that candle. That's the flame of prosperity right there, brother.
There you
Salute
go.
to you, man. I hope you're doing well.
Also, Lady D422.
Yeah. Lady D422. Thank you for being here. The Knicks have to make the Sixers feel them for real. I'm with you. Thank you for being here. I think this is my first time seeing you in the chat. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. Please smash that like button if you like what you're hearing, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. You know what I mean? Support the channel. And we appreciate it, man. Once again, I want to thank everybody who joined me today. I'm going to get over to BX and get his final words. And please support his show, the Sports Jedi Network. Not only just his show, because like I said, it's Sports Jedi Network for a reason. You get, hockey, you get baseball, you get basketball, you get wrestling, you get, come on, what don't you get over there? This is what I'm saying. Please support him. Support my guy BX Kev for everything he does, and everybody, Chef, my guy Chef Dan, everybody, man, everybody over there. But I also want to thank. What the JC was it JCA Sport? I think it was. I want to thank JCA Sport for coming up and showing love, having the courage to come up here on the open panel and say what he had to say. It wasn't a favorable take but I can respect it because it's his take, it's how he feels. And you know what? Thank you. And he's always welcome, and anybody's always welcome to come up on the panel and say what you feel or what you want to talk about. The door is open. Shout out to my guy Jay Boogie, the closer, as always, showing love and support, man. Happy birthday once again to him. And happy anniversary. He's still celebrating everything this weekend. He's doing it for the tourists out there. So shout out to him. I also want to shout out, my guy who came up. Jesus Christ, I don't know if I can't remember his first part of the whole name. I want to give him credit for his whole name. Oh, shoot. Where is it? The official Payback. So I was going to call him Payback. Shout out to the official Payback. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming up here and giving your Nick take. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mets 2128, my guy. He didn't get a real chance to say what he had to go, but appreciate you, Mets. You know how it is. Also, shout out to my guy, Corey. Please support his show tomorrow for the 718 Boys on the Blorange Tears Network at 10 a.m. with my guy, Bully Boulevard. So, yeah, man, definitely a great show. Shout out to Alawise. Shout out to Sherwin. Sherwin, somehow I've seen your name so many times, and I keep thinking I'm shouting you out, and I don't think I have. So shout out to you, Sherwin. You know it's all love, and I appreciate you, brother, as always. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I got everybody. And thank you to everybody who's tuned in for the first time. Please support the show, like the content, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Hey, my guy, I got you through. Hey, that's all that matters. Got you through another day of work. That's what we talk about, Sha. That's what matters. That's why I'm here. So let me get to my guy BX Kev. Final words, my brother.
Yeah, first and foremost, always appreciative and thank you for always allowing me to jump on here on Still Knicks Fan here with you, Ron. Always a pleasure to come on a Saturday or anytime you need me. I'm always there. You're always available to allow me to talk and to speak with Mr. J Boogie, man, giving him his acknowledgement. What a phenomenal job. Please, guys, let's continue to subscribe, support. If you get that coffee, coffee's good, man. Hit that coffee, man. Let's go. And let's go Knicks, man. You got to win. Don't forget to check everyone's content that was on here, content creators. If you have a program that want to push or promote, put it in the chat. I don't mind following, going and hit that like button. Let's grow this community together, because if we don't grow it together, we're not going anywhere. We're divided. No one stands divided. Everyone gets strong together. So that's why we ask that to come and support one another, and hit that like on all different platforms. Even if you're in the chat and you don't have a moment, just a quick hello to any of these programs, any of these content creators, I think goes a long way. A quick hello, a quick goodbye. I'm in here showing love. Let's go. Let's do that. And of course, let's go Knicks. May the sports be with you, and we'll have that watch along at 1 o'clock. You want to swing by? We do the watch along. We have a scoreboard. We want to hear your thoughts on the game. If you're frustrated with Tom Thibodeau, he should have subbed this one, or he should have, or when Embid gets taken out, then you guys can write in the chat. We fully acknowledge the chat, so we ask you to jump by and say a quick hello. And let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get winning. Let's go. Happy Saturday to everyone.
Yeah. I hear you. I mean, yeah, listen, maybe that's it, Parrish. Maybe that's the way to make them go left and see what happens. If you can do that consistently, then yeah, maybe you might be able to slow him down. But I got to tell you, it is not easy to make a guy with that much speed and craftiness to force him a certain way. That's why he's been able to go right all the time, because he just can do it. He's faster than you. He waits. He kind of lulls you to sleep. And then, okay, even if he sees you playing good defense he lulls you to sleep so he can get around the edge. He knows what he's doing. Listen, our guy does it. Brunson does it in a different way, and he goes left every time he wants to. They know what to do it. I mean, they know how to do it. Sorry. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate you. Thanks, David. Thanks, Nice, as always. Expecting our Knicks to be the first team to get out the first round, first from the East. Let's go. All right. Well, we'll see. I hope so. But look, as I think Nice had put it in the chat, and other people might have said it. Look, Orlando won today. It's 2-2 versus Cleveland. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the playoffs, man. Anything can and will happen sometimes.
Indiana is ahead of the series.
I know. Indiana.
And Lillard's injured too. He might not play.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine Milwaukee having to play with no Lillard and no Giannis. Now Giannis will probably come back soon, but imagine that. That's crazy. I mean,
You don't believe?
yeah,
you don't believe? You don't believe in Crook Lopez?
No. He's not the answer for me. No, I'm just saying Bobby Porter's gonna have to be working overtime over there.
Is that crazy eye? It's gonna go nuts.
Yeah, that stinks. Thank you, Money Ma. Appreciate you, man. He's still 6-6 though. We smoking on that Allen Houston pack tomorrow. I hear you, man. Listen, gotta rock with your team, man. Show your love, but don't worry. Just do me a favor though. Don't be afraid to come back in next Saturday. I got a Monday show too, which I'm about to tell y'all. Be free to come in. If it don't look like it's going your way, come on. Don't hide. Come back. Because I know if you win, you're gonna come back. Yeah, man. So thanks once again to everybody. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge, as I hopefully keep the Knicks fan base from going crazy and doing stuff like this.
Let's see if I know the ledge.
Don't jump out that window. We're gonna be all right, guys. It's okay. It's all right. Don't jump out that window. We're fine. Mondays, when you see my brother John, myself, and usually Jose, but you won't see Jose for the next maybe 3 weeks to a month. Congratulations to him. Him and his wife had a beautiful baby girl, so he is on leave from us. We appreciate him, and we'll be right here holding it down until he gets back. He's gonna need some time though. The little baby blues is gonna hit him. So shout out to Jose. And if that's not enough, this week especially, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. The Knicks played on Thursday. See, our normally scheduled programming is to do a show called the NBA Wrap Up, and then we have a show called the Wrap Up. The NBA Wrap Up is on Nothing But Knicks channel, where we talk about the NBA. We'll give you a little Knicks too. And then the Wrap Up, we talk about hip hop on this channel called The Front Stoop. So we will get back to the regularly scheduled programming this week and get those shows out as well. And then we'll just repeat and rinse and repeat that whole thing. But thank you guys for supporting and always showing love once again. Shout out to Long Island Sound. Man, you waited to the last possible second. You replay gang, brother. Replay gang. Good to see you. But before I get out of here and hit the outro, I am going to do it once again because it's a bop. It puts me in the right mood. J Boogie got one. And it's also still celebrating his birthday. So we can get out of here with a little J Boogie and then go into the outro. Once again, guys, don't give up on your team. Believe in who we are. Don't get shell-shocked because it's the playoffs. We got a good team for a reason. We won 50 games for a reason. We were the 2 seed for a reason. Rock with your New York Knicks. We've been through it all. The adversity doesn't stop. It just makes us stronger. We out of here.
J Boogie, we facing a lot of doubters.
So Ebony, First Lady of KOT, what you saying?
It's us against the world.
New York City, where you at?
We outside.
My Knicks fans, where you at? I'm looking down cause we on top. They looking up, see we on top. On game nights, all I see is Nick traffic. For the playoffs, I'm wearing a June jacket. The best fans anywhere, we stay rocking. This my 4-point play, my Larry Johnson. The true definition of getting snubbed is when the 2 seed ain't getting no love. We know the cats from college known as teammates. Now the lead podcast and we some roommates. It's for the league, whoever wanna collide. That new commercial that told you I'm the vibe. Shout out to Mr. Rose, the plan working from the ESPN with these bars. I'm Kendrick Perkins. Every game, the squad, we just go hard. Coach Tib, Challenger, New Dodge. 5 boroughs of breath, the Nick plan from the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten, and Brooklyn. New York City, where you at?
We outside.
My Knicks fans, where you at? I'm looking down cause we on top. They looking up, see we on top.
No Diddy.
Yo, E, you crazy for that.
We out of here.